There we go. I just went live. Because if I'm 10 minutes late.
Yeah, but there's a major echo.
There we go. Huge. All right, what about now? I'm muted. Muted all of my stuff. We're live.
You went live? Yeah. What up, sports fans?
Nobody's on yet. Nobody's on yet. But if you're 10 minutes late, I could have not went live. But we here. We in it. It's all right. Don't matter. We still got the prelims on.
So if I walk in front of this guy right here, it's like a weather.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
In front of him?
We're live for UFC 266. You like come out over his shoulder. There we go. Lala said what? Can I do that? I can click on that, right? Let's see. Bam. Let me see. Oh, we live.
We live, baby.
Let's get it. I'm going to put this off to the right, maybe. So I can click on the comments from here. So, who's that just fought? No, we're live. We're live. This is Mike Bajon, and is it Colada?
Colada.
Colada.
Like
Jack Colada.
Like pina colada.
Are you new?
Huh?
Are you just started, right?
Yeah.
With Justin?
I'm brand new, dude.
Brand new. Already has 2 interviews. So I watched the Mike Hoss one.
Yep.
I didn't watch the golf one.
He's a hoss, dude. He's a hoss.
We did one with him. I was so nervous for that dude. Me and Justin did one with him like before the season, but he was so cool.
Coolest guy in the world.
He made it easy. I was nervous going into it. I ain't gonna lie.
He's
but he really was.
He's got a good voice too.
Yeah, I'll probably be, if I don't come here tomorrow, I'll be listening to him on the radio.
He got a little rasp to his voice.
Yeah.
A little rasp. So let's talk some UFC, Mike.
UFC. I need the fight card up because I can't remember who the first fight is.
Yeah,
but
let me get that card.
You know Volkanovsky.
Volkanovsky
and oh my gosh, I'm the UFC guy and I don't even know what the main event is. About to lose 10 followers.
Can you tell me the link so I can send it out?
Oh.
Or how do I find it?
Like to share it?
Yeah.
Friends.
Just go to YouTube.
Go to Boot Crew's YouTube.
All right.
And share that, or if you can go to their Facebook, because we're streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, my Facebook, and Twitter. Ortega. Gosh, dog it.
Volkanovsky versus Ortega.
That's a massive fight. Ortega only has one loss to Max Holloway. Shevchenko's just as dominant as Amanda Nunes.
We got to cheer for the American, huh?
I don't know much about Lauren Murphy. Shevchenko's has been untouchable in her title reign. And Nick Diaz makes his return after like 7 years. And he fought Robbie Waller like 17 years ago. So 2 titles on the line. 2 titles on the line. Women's flyweight and the featherweight. Ortega's a dog. Volkanovsky, in many's opinion.
So those watching the stream they're watching the fight too?
No,
just watching.
They're watching us call the fight because we can't.
Okay.
We'll get copyrighted. We can't show them the fight. So sometimes we get people that come in like, show the damn fight, loser. And like either I don't comment or I'm like, that's not what we do here, buddy. Oh, this guy right here though. This guy right here from Big League Take. What it do, fellas? Dustin Paul Michelle. He's on every stream that I've ever done. And comes with like trivia.
Loyalty.
He does the Big League Take for Boot Crew.
He got loyalty. We got royalty inside his DNA.
I got to meet the good man many weeks ago, pre-Ida at the golf tournament. So
you drinking Bang? You got them aminos?
I got a Bang, and I was gonna drink water, but I don't want to drink anything that wasn't Liquid Death.
They got Liquid Death in the back fridge.
They do?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good. All right, because I was like, I didn't buy the other stuff because I don't drink any water.
So tell us what Liquid Death is, because I'm new here.
Liquid Death? Oh my gosh, dude, you gotta drink a bottle. You gotta drink a can of that.
What is it?
It's mountain water, purified water, but it's out of a can.
What makes it Liquid Death water?
It'll murder your thirst. It's real smooth, and however you would picture. Have you ever drinking water out of a can? So whatever maybe when I went
to Spain.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Barcelona, Madrid. I think I drank water out of a can there.
We're gonna come back to that later. I have never been that far out.
You just stay in St. Charles Parish?
The
furthest you go.
Man, I've been to like Mexico and I've been to like New York and Washington, but outside of the States, didn't even do that, bro. Didn't even do that.
Come on.
Should have. Life regrets.
All right, I'm gonna copy this link real quick.
Hold on, give me. Oh yeah, but for sure, give us that like and subscribe. Hit that share button. Call your friend. Tell your friend about us. What were we saying? Oh, so however you would think water would taste out of a can, I promise you this, it does not taste like that. It's real smooth. It's like they call it mountain water.
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna drink some. I was kind of hesitant. I mean, I was totally prepared. For like total honesty, I was totally prepared to like lie about it and be like it was good, but it's really good. I drank water out of a can after Katrina, so I went to high school in St. Stanislaus in Bay St. Louis, and we had that on pallets right after. I gotta take the prelims off. And it was terrible. It's exactly what you think water. It tasted like tin, tin water.
Prelims have ended. Main card coming up. Volkanovsky v. Ortega. This is Boot Crew Media, presented by Liquid Death. What's it? Can you, before we get started, because I'm gonna let you take the lead because I don't know shit about.
Well, the guy that normally does it with me is the play-by-play guy, and I'm like the color guy. I mean, like he's better at calling it. Like he's in half guard.
You want me to be play-by-play guy?
Man, you wrestled, so if you want to do that, I'm just here for the jokes. Justin was just like, dude, you watch UFC? I'm like, yeah, all the time, man.
Shout out.
But he like trained MMA and like, he did all that for a little while.
Yeah. Let's see here. Shout out to Mitch Capella for beating me in wrestling most of the time. Paul Klein got his number though his freshman year. Brother Martin guy. But this ain't wrestling, y'all. This is UFC. And I don't really know what I'm talking about. But I can do some play-by-play. I just don't know the people. But I can tell you when somebody gets knocked in the mouth. I can tell you what a left hook looks like.
Ortega's been really good. See, normally I have stuff like this. But because of Ida and no internet, see, normally I have like extra stuff, like laminated, extra information.
Oh, you got
where there's like no dead time whenever we're talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It might be like, what was the top 5 movies when this guy was born? It's just small talk. Like if there's nothing to talk about.
All right, so let's talk about this because you know more about these guys than me.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We want to trust CBS Sports. I want to look at some betting odds because talk a lot.
Oh, pull that up. Yeah, because people ask me that. Last time we had a guy that was I was giving somebody betting opinion, and it didn't go good for him.
We're about to start talking some serious bets, parlays, odds.
All right, now let's do it
on the next Talk a Lotta podcast. So, and what's your name? Can you explain to everybody what your name is?
Blatherskite. What that means?
Yeah, tell us what that means.
Blatherskite is when someone talks about something at great length and it makes no sense. So
Okay.
we're looking for like a
So
name.
nonsense.
It's nonsense. Yeah,
So we got talk a lotta and talk nonsense.
There you go. Yeah, 100%.
But how do you pronounce it?
Blatherskite?
Blatherskite.
Blatherskite.
German?
I don't know.
German.
just
Jermaine.
I googled
Jackson.
synonyms for nonsense.
All right, Volkanovsky is undefeated in the UFC at 9-0 and aims to kick off a journey to become one of the greatest fighters to compete in the 145-pound division, while Ortega looks to prove that he's championship material by taking out the man who holds 2 victories over Max Holloway. What do you know about Max Holloway?
Max Blessed Holloway dominated this division for years. And he was even one of those guys that like fought out of his division. Like, so he went up a weight class, lost to Dustin Poirier, Louisiana's own, but he was still like very, very dominant. He's lost recently, but Volkanovsky knocked him off. And Ortega's only loss is to Max Holloway.
Okay, so here's the betting odds. UFC 266 odds for Volkanovsky. That's Alexander Volkanovsky versus Brian Ortega. Volkanovsky's minus 176.
So that's not much of a favor.
For those who don't know what that means if you bet $176 and Volkanovsky wins, you win 100. Is that worth it? We shall see. Brian Ortega's plus 142. You drop 100 on him, you win 142 if he wins. And if you want to bet a draw, it's plus 5,000.
Ain't no way this is a draw. I don't know. There's usually a couple draws like every few months.
Have you seen a draw in a main event recently?
Main events, no, but like they happen. They're rare. I would never bet that.
So if you want to bet if you think there's a chance of a draw, you can drop $10 and win 500. $10, just throw it away. You know, don't buy that whiskey Coke. Don't buy that double whiskey Coke tonight. Put 10 on your betting site on a draw, and you win $500 if it ends in a draw. But nobody wants to see a draw. We want to see somebody get knocked out.
No, a draw would be horrible.
I left my boxing gloves in the car. Would have been a good prop.
It would have.
What's the definition of Mike? Lala?
She was saying blatherskite.
Oh, blatherskite. I still think it's cool how I can stand behind these little guys.
I gave one of them a sweet chin music when I did that. It was Derek Lewis and whoever he fought. Cannot remember. So how much of a favorite is Shevchenko?
All right, let me pull that up.
I bet she's a massive favorite because the girl she's fighting, Lauren Murphy, is the number 3
So
ranked.
that's Shevchenko versus Lauren Murphy, right?
Yeah. She's gonna be a massive favorite.
Shevchenko versus Murphy.
I bet. I'm willing to bet, man.
We got. All right. We're gonna thank Sportsbook Wire for this info. In a women's flyweight title bout on the main card, Valentina Shevchenko faces Lauren Murphy at UFC 266 at T-Mobile Arena. We got some T-Mobile drawstring bags over there. Should we put one right here?
I'll work with T-Mobile.
Is that a sponsor? They're in Vegas, and it can be viewed on ESPN Plus, right? That's what we're on.
Correct. ESPN Plus.
Early prelims already happened. The prelim started at 8, and now we're at the main card. It's time, folks. It's 9:07 on pay-per-view. All right, Shevchenko, the overwhelming favorite, won her strap in December of 2018 with a unanimous decision victory over Joanna. Not even going to try to pronounce her last name.
Jagurjanik. I don't even know how to.
I don't know.
Jagurjanik.
She has 5 successful title defenses since. The last came April 24th. Over Jessica Andrade.
Who's fighting first?
Who?
First fight of the night is Jessica Andrade.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then, okay, so you want odds. Now, Murphy enters on a 5-bout win streak, last beating Joanne Calderwood by split decision June 12th. 3 of her last 4 fights went the distance, so she knows how to hang around. Hey, she knows how to hang around.
Yep.
So let's bet on a draw. I love a good draw. All right, Shevchenko 21-3, Murphy 15-4. So I mean they've lost only 3 or 4 times. The over/under on if the fight will go to the distance. If you bet no, it's minus 270. So if you think Shevchenko is just gonna
Shevchenko's gonna finish him.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Shevchenko's gonna win.
Yeah.
By KO.
Or submit, I'll tell you right now. Well, I won't tell you. But just to give you an idea.
So
over 21, over 21 wins, 7 by knockout, 7 by submission, and 7 by decision.
777.
777, bro.
Go to the casino.
Goodness gracious. Bet this fight, everybody.
All right. So Sportsbook Wire suggests you take the no on the over/under, obviously.
I would think.
They also suggest you take Shevchenko in round 3 plus 650.
Yeah.
So you drop $50. That's like $325 if Shevchenko wins in round 3. Shevchenko in round 4 is plus 1,000. So you put 100 on that. You win $1,000 if it ends in round 4. Screw it, dude.
I was gonna say I would bet the 4th round, given that she's gone the distance, and so she's gone the distance in her 3 of the last 5 fights.
Yeah.
Those are non-title bouts. Those are 3-round fights. A title bout is 5-round fights.
Okay.
So let's say she goes the distance through 3 rounds, and Shevchenko finishes her in 4. I would totally bet that if I was a betting man. Oh, look at this. This is my brother-in-law. Let me hit this. Hold up, brother-in-law. Valentina's going to whip that ass. Happy late birthday. Oh, I missed his birthday 2 days ago. Miss you, bro.
Happy birthday, bro.
Let's get it. I feel like Shevchenko's gonna walk all over.
UFC main events. All right. I'm gonna place a small bet. All right. I'm gonna throw
on Shevchenko. Now the biggest fight of the night is the next fight that we would talk about if we're going down the card is Nick Diaz.
Oh, you want to go down the card?
At least to the next one. The third fight.
Oh, you're saying after the first fight ends, you want to talk about fight 3? Or you want to talk about it now?
We can talk about it now. It's happy late birthday.
Well, I'm placing a bet, so you lead the way on fight 3.
It's the biggest fight of the night. It's Nick Diaz. He's one of the 2 Diaz brothers.
Okay.
So the other one is the guy that fought McGregor like years ago. Fought him twice.
Yeah.
Nate Diaz.
Yeah, I
massive trash talker.
I don't know a lot, folks, about UFC, but I know who Diaz is.
Nick Diaz is the other brother. Nick hasn't fought in the UFC in like 7 years because he was like in and out of trouble, on and off relationship with Dana White. And he's just like the other Diaz brother, like scrappy, iron jaw, like in there ready to shed blood.
On and off relationship with Dana White.
Like they were just at odds. I don't know. He was like smoking a bunch of weed, didn't care, mouthing off. You know what I mean? Like he did not conform to the rules of the UFC.
Hey, Manscaped, big fan. They're sponsoring UFC fights. Stay clean, fellas. Stay clean.
I was watching a YouTuber the other day, and that was his sponsor. Bet on Diaz. I like Diaz is the overwhelming. I bet Diaz is a favorite.
Brian, thanks for your input. Bet on Diaz. Okay.
So he's saying Diaz, and he also said bet on Valentina. I didn't click on that.
Here's why I'm okay with placing a bet. All right, because
you won that parlay.
Because I won the parlay.
Yeah.
I usually bet one parlay a week, right? And if that doesn't hit, I don't even consider betting again.
At least you didn't bet any of those upsets today in college football.
I did bet an upset. It was the most ridiculous upset of all time. It was Notre Dame plus 205. I made that part of my parlay.
Underdogs in the game?
They were underdogs, and they beat the shit out of Wisconsin. Yeah. Notre Dame plus 205. I bet them to win outright. I bet LSU to win outright, and they ended up winning 28-25.
Yeah, that was garbage time touchdown.
And I bet Army minus 7.5, and Army won by like 14, I believe.
Were there any upsets in the afternoon and night game?
And that was $50 to win 456. So.
I did bet in college. Never won a parlay. Got in a bad hole. Justin lived next to me in Southern Miss. So that's how I met him.
Oh, nice.
He got me into bed, and I got like $700 in a hole. Ended up selling my Nintendo Wii this is freshman year. Sold it on eBay. First time I ever sold anything on eBay.
And then you were done.
Me, Justin, and Camp were standing in that dorm room cheering as the bids were going up, like in the last 10 minutes. Because it was less money that I had to come up with outright. It's exciting stuff, though. Exciting stuff.
So I won that 456, and then I put big money. I'm not going to say how much. I mean, big money to me is like $100, but
yeah. Same here.
big money on Justin Thomas and Jordan Spieth to win, and they handled Victor Hovland and Bernd Wiesberger easily. For those listening, USA is going to win the Ryder Cup. Chris DeMarco and I called it in our podcast on Thursday, and it's going to be tight. Team USA all the way. John Rahm's looking real good, though. You keep up with golf at all?
I haven't been watching this. I haven't watched lately. I didn't watch after Ida, and I don't have TV right now.
It's worth tomorrow when you're watching sports, celebrating your wife's birthday.
Yeah. Here.
Shout
have
out
the
to
Saints on here, and have
shout out to Miss Berger on.
Yeah, shout out Elena.
Oh, you're gonna be here. You're gonna be here with me for the Saints game.
I might. I will be.
All right, so we're live streaming the Saints game and what was I gonna say?
Saints game's gonna be out of control.
Oh, we're gonna flip back and forth from Saints NFL games.
We can have it on both.
To the Ryder Cup. Yeah, I need the Ryder Cup.
We can have both on this thing.
Because I need to see who actually finishes it. If you watch the clip I posted, Chris DeMarco, the guy I interviewed, you know, it just so happens how many points they get. U.S. needs 14.5 points to win the Ryder Cup. Europe only needs 14 points to retain the Ryder Cup because they won it last time. And it just so happens, I mean, U.S. has a really good lead. So it's just kind of how the cards fall as to who has like the putt to win. And the guy I interviewed just so happened to have the putt to win the President's Cup. So we're gonna see. It's gonna be exciting.
Come on, that's good. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
All right.
I need to watch
What are we talking about here? Fight three?
Diaz and Lala.
Hold on. I gotta place this little bet here.
We can talk about 3 when it gets here.
Okay.
Because this one's about to start. I don't know anything about this lady. I don't know anything about this fighter.
Yeah. Show some
not that
respect,
she's not
Mike.
a lady. Not that she's not a lady. I
Cynthia Calvillo. 3-1-1 in the last 5 fights. Most submission attempts in UFC strawweight history. 9. That's 9 submission attempts. 4th highest striking defense in UFC strawweight history. Her striking defense percentage, 63.3. It's pretty strong.
Yeah, one thing about when they show these, when they're coming out, like I feel like every fighter, everybody's like 4th all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's still something to know. Like if she's got the most attempted submissions, like I mean, that's probably worth something.
I guess.
I guarantee it's worth something.
Yeah. Wait, am I wearing the play-by-play hat, or you want to take that and I'll be the color
Man,
guy?
we can both just talk. I don't know.
I'm not wearing a hat.
I am a couch corner.
Figurative play-by-play hat.
I am a couch cornerman. This hat's probably gonna come on.
All right, so I just realized a lot of people might not have.
Oh, check it out. Look, we got Jim Valgreen. Says, yo, new sub. This is dope. Welcome to the club, buddy. Like and subscribe. Boot Crew Media for all your sports and life needs.
Yes, indeed. Thanks for joining the crew.
Yeah, man, we appreciate it. Stay here.
Do we have an official name of like, you know, Barstool Sports has, or Pardon My Take has, what do they call them? All AWLs, all world listeners. What is it? I don't know. I'm blanking on it right now, but owls. I don't know what it is. They got a name for their listeners. We got to come up with
yeah. I thought about that the other day.
Crew members.
I
Carnavalia. have no idea what I'm saying.
What do you call it when you're a rider on a float? I was trying to come up with one the other day on the way back from Mississippi, going home after Ida.
Yeah.
I was trying to come up with one for like Blatherskite, and I'm like, damn, this is hard. Everything I was coming up with, I was like, that's not gonna work. Like that sounds terrible. She's fought for the belt, I feel like multiple times. She's the #1 ranked fighter in this weight class. Second most wins in women's UFC history with 12. Second most takedowns in women's UFC history in 38. Third most significant strikes in women's UFC history, 1180. This is the same weight class as Valentina Shevchenko, who I believe she just fought. No, she didn't.
Jessica Andrade looks like she is about to beat
She
the
lost
shit out of somebody.
She lost to Shevchenko in April. That's Shevchenko's last fight to TKO elbows.
What's her nationality? Brazilian?
She is
what is
Brazilian.
That? Brazilian?
She is Brazilian. So she's lost 3 of her last 4 fights, but 3 of the last 4 have been borderline UFC Hall of Famers. So she's like on that cusp. She's right there. Yes, correct. I had to pull it up. Brian, you probably didn't have to pull it up. I could not remember. And I guarantee I watched that pay-per-view.
You know what?
I am trash.
I'm gonna bet on our
Dude,
girl.
I feel like Andrade's about to.
I'm gonna bet on our girl Lauren Murphy.
You're gonna take Lauren Murphy in the goo? How much you win off of that? Like
$10 to win
$50 million.
No, 70. 10 to win 70. That's my this look. When I click this is gonna be my first ever bet on UFC. I've never bet on UFC before.
Dude, you're probably gonna go down into a wormhole.
No.
Because I don't even bet this stuff, and I go nuts.
No, I'm not gonna go in a hole.
Not a hole. Like you're not gonna. I'm not saying you're losing money. I'm saying you're gonna go into a wormhole. Like you've already done the thing. Like now you're just going deeper into the world of betting.
Oh yeah.
Well, because upsets happen all the time.
Yeah.
Upsets happen all the time. So I'm not saying it's not possible.
Right.
Like I guarantee, a very small amount of people bet on Holly Holm to beat Ronda Rousey when it happened, because Ronda Rousey was so dominant.
I got a high on Team USA right now, so I just gotta go for.
You're just gonna stick with USA.
Ryder Cup's got me feeling patriotic, and Lauren Murphy's repping.
I'll tell you what, I don't have internet.
She's 15-4. I mean, she's not like I don't know.
She's no slouch. And she said what they won the last 5, right?
Yeah.
So she's riding it. I played PGA Tour 2K21 the other day. Because I don't have internet. That's all I can
They're
play.
showing the crowd right now. For those who can't see this,
yeah, this fight's about to kick off.
Herb Dean at referee. This guy looks like he just smoked a fat bowl.
He's one of the best referees in UFC history. He's been here for like 20 years probably.
Andrade, first women with 20 UFC fights. All right, here we go, folks. We're live.
Yeah, this is it.
They touch hands, and here we go.
Yeah, she does look mean.
Quick kick. Quick kick by Calvillo. Just to start. Andrade's moving in. A little left kick here. All right, 4 minutes, 30 seconds left in round 1. Calvillo's closing in here. Andrade's got her back up against the net. They're kind of just dancing right now. Oh, here we go.
Strong right leg.
Strong, very strong.
The left leg of Calvillo.
She's got the little ankle braces on Calvillo. Andrade's trying to get back with a little high kick. Calvillo seems to be the one that is the most patient right now. She's just kind of waiting.
What's that?
Color commentary?
In the yellow though, I mean?
Yeah, Calvillo.
Lost in a fight. No, the yellow's Andrade. Andrade's throwing heavy.
Oh, yellow's Andrade. Shit, my bad. Yeah, Andrade seems to be the most patient.
Yeah, that's an extreme experience.
I got my yellow and black mixed up. I'm not colorblind, I promise. I just read that wrong. All right, so Andrade seems to be the most patient. Clearly the favorite, right?
She is, yeah, and she's waiting. She's dropping like heavy rights and lefts. Patient. She's going to come with those leg kicks. She's fought in many 5-round fights. She doesn't need and she's keeping Calvillo. Goodness, I'm terrible with names.
Armadillo.
Right? She's got Calvillo's back to the cage the whole time.
Yes.
So Calvillo's doing a lot of moving, but Andrade's controlling the outside.
Andrade's literally just walking. Like
she's walking it down.
She hasn't broken a sweat yet.
So that goes into the point system. When the
Andrade's
decision is octagon control.
Andrade's rocking a nice like fade here. Calvillo's got a little dreadlock action here. She's touching her hair right now as I talk about dreadlocks. I don't know why she's touching the top of her head. Calvillo's like smiling. She's like smirking, like I'm about to get my ass kicked. Oh!
She connected. Calvillo connected on it. Man.
Andrade is just laying some punches.
Calvillo's don't seem to be taking as much damage as Andrade's are.
Talking too loud. Sorry if I'm yelling.
Well, if one of these get completely knocked out, it's going to get loud.
You want me to keep doing play-by-play?
No, you keep doing your thing.
Right.
I'll chime in here and there.
Right. Play-by-play from a guy who doesn't watch a lot of UFC. But I can do play-by-play. You give me a sport, I can do some play-by-play. All right, Calvillo. Calvillo closing in. Pushing. No, Andrade. Andrade's pushing in. Putting Calvillo up against the net. Andrade's absolutely owning this match. If they had to decide right now, she'd be the clear winner.
She might win this round 10-8, which is common for like a decisive round win. So the winner will get 10, maybe 10-9.
Calvillo is doing a good job of using her footwork, but Dean Thomas, the legend who's chiming in on this broadcast, for those who can't watch, I don't know why that's a good thing, because she's using a lot of energy and she's not really laying anything on Andrade. And she's got her back up against the net the whole time.
Yeah, Andrade hasn't been affected by any of her punches.
Andrade closing in. Had her up against the net.
She comes in with like multiple hooks.
Got a soft fist to the face. We're still kind of dancing here in round one, folks. 30 seconds left.
Ooh, that right hurt.
Okay.
Second one.
That hurt.
Third one.
Andrade. Left,
coming
left, right.
Uppercut.
Right, left.
Flowing against the cage.
Uppercut. Andrade. Absolutely just working.
She's wearing on it.
She is working Calvillo right now.
She's got to defend herself.
That was about 18 punches. It's over.
TKO
with like 9 seconds left in round one. That was sick. Yeah, I love UFC.
Did you bet Andrade?
No, I didn't bet on this.
Yeah. Look, I saw defeat in Calvillo's eyes.
Yeah, Brian, there's serious defeat in Calvillo's eyes. All right, they're hugging. You know,
sportsmanship. It's always good.
Calvillo's like
not always that way.
Andrade's lifting Calvillo up. They're hugging.
Calvillo lifts her up.
Calvillo's like, "Hey, nice job. Thanks for kicking my ass. Have a good day."
Zion going off. He's talking about you. Jim Val Green. I feel like I know that name.
All right, what's the next fight?
Maybe I knew that. Oh, the next fight is a big fight. We didn't talk about this yet. Heavyweights. I'm gonna butcher this guy's first name. Well, anyways, Curtis Blades versus I know how to pronounce his last name. Rosenstrike is how you pronounce his last name. Both heavyweights. One of them's the number 4 ranked heavyweight. Curtis Blades is number 4 ranked heavyweight. And Rosenstrike.
How much time before the next fight starts? Because I gotta use the restroom.
5 or 10 minutes. You got good. They still have to show the little preview. Curtis Blades versus Rosenstrike.
This is UFC 266 in Las Vegas.
Indeed.
Fight card. Four minutes, 54 seconds. Yeah,
she had 6 seconds.
6 seconds left in round one. Jessica Andrade, folks, the Brazilian fighter, absolutely just handled Calvillo. Winner by TKO, round one, 4 minutes, 54 seconds.
Domination. That's the kind of like performance you need when coming off a title shot loss.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Eric Sama NYC at Eric Sama NYC on Twitter. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for one of the biggest cards of the year. 2 title fights, the return of Nick Diaz, and a whole lot of violence. We drinking violence.
That's some Diaz brothers, bro.
We got some bangers in the
and I'm not knocking it, but that's like trailer park toughness from the Diaz brothers. I ain't knocking them because I wouldn't fight them.
Diaz has not fought since a decision loss to Anderson Silva in January 2015.
That's what I'm saying.
Jeez, that's like Brett Favre coming back to the NFL.
Like how long they're out. Yeah. Hasn't fought once. Like not the UFC. Has not fought at all. And we've seen a different Nick Diaz. He's a little bit more sportsmanlike, a little bit classier.
Yeah.
Look, Lala. Lala says she can take her. You can take Andrade? Lala, I'm betting Andrade.
Lala Rochelle.
Lala, I'm betting. I love you, Lala, but we're gonna have to bet Andrade.
All right, so what's next here?
The Curtis Blades.
Curtis Blades is minus 340 versus Jairzinho Rosenstruck.
Rosenstrike.
Rosenstrike.
Yeah.
Sorry. Plus 270. The heavyweights. Blades minus 340. Rosenstrike plus 270. What round do you think this goes to? I mean, that's serious odds. Like
I'm going round 2 TKO by Blades.
I was about to say, I mean, Andrade was minus 220 and she won with 6 seconds left in round 1.
I don't think Curtis Blades should be that much of a favorite, but I think he wins that fight.
Andrade's going crazy. All right, I'm gonna use the restroom. But yeah, when I see minus 340, to me that means Blades is gonna win in round 1.
He's gonna win. He's gonna win,
but it might not be round 1 because they're heavyweights.
They might feel each other out.
Heavyweights go fast. At least
they throw Blades has a powerful right. Blades is a powerful fighter, but I think they're gonna stand off. They're gonna feel each other out. I think the first probably minute and a half of the fight, they're not even gonna throw a punch.
I mean, if you have a last name like Blades,
no,
you're not skating, you're not figure skating in the Olympics. You're kicking some ass.
He's a beast.
Blades. I would never want to fight a guy named Blades.
No, not at all.
Especially if it has a knife on him. Because
Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes.
All right, be right back.
See what I can pull up on Blades. 4th ranked heavyweight fighter coming off a loss to Derek Lewis. But before that, had won his previous 4 fights against Alexander Volkov, Junior Dos Santos. Second fastest finish in UFC heavyweight history for Rosenstrike. 9 seconds is Rosenstrike. Now, Rosenstrike, they just had it up there. Gosh, dog it. I'm not showing that Rosenstrike is even ranked. But there's no way he cannot be ranked. He's 12-2. He won his last fight against Augusto Sakai. I know they just had it on the TV and I missed it. 12-2 record, 11 by knockout. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Should we pick the upset here, people? That's what I'm saying. 9 seconds, and his 11 of his 12 wins are all by knockout. Rosenstrike's a massive underdog. He's knocked out 11 of his 12 wins. 10 of Curtis Blades' 14 wins come by knockout. The other 4 by decision. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 9 seconds. Fastest. I wonder what the record for the fastest heavyweight knockout is. I believe it's 6 seconds by Todd Duffy. Todd Duffy. I don't pull that up. Google that and somebody comment that I'm right. And if it's wrong, then you cannot tell me that I'm wrong. Upset. We got Rosenstrike on the upset. Lala picks. Let me click on that. People must know. The flyweight queen has arrived, they say. 21-3. UFC flyweight champion, Valentina Shevchenko. Look, robotic in her nature. Is this one of those fights where the challenger comes in like just walking in defeated? That's anybody against Amanda Nunes. Amanda Nunes will retire with her belts, both of them, without question. Without question. Nick Diaz, man. He could have main evented his own fight card had it not been on like a pay-per-view where titles are. Like he could have main evented a fight night. They could have put him on ESPN. Dude, Nunes isn't losing. And they need to stop putting. I'm gonna shout this out right here. I want to get something off of my chest. Not that the UFC will view this, but I got a bone to pick with Dana White and these fight card people. These guys who are, dude, what? I know, because Ronda really wasn't. Let me click on that. Ronda really wasn't in her prime when she fought. Ronda wasn't in her prime when she fought Nunes. Ronda was already done. But when Ronda Rousey in her prime, unbeatable as well. Would have been interesting to see. I think Nunes is still just too much of a damn dog. But they put Nunes on the undercards. Not the undercards. As the co-main event on all of her fights, Nunes needs to be main eventing.
Jim Valgreen.
Oh, yeah, Jim Valgreen's in it. I don't know what Jim Valgreen's doing, but I'm glad he's here.
Prime Ronda.
Might be work. Talk about Prime Ronda fighting Amanda Nunes, who's completely dominant. When they fought, Ronda Rousey was already kind of like on her way out. She had one foot out the door. She didn't have any business getting in the ring with Amanda Nunes. So Lala picked the upset in this fight. So Blaze was that massive.
Like she bet on it or she's predicting
I don't know if she bet on it. But Rosenstrike, although he's a huge underdog, 11 of his 12 wins have all been by knockout, and he holds the second fastest knockout in UFC heavyweight history with 9 seconds. Whew. Now, Blades has 10 of 14 wins at knockout. That's Rosenstrike.
Blades.
I'm kind of on that train. Nunes would have. I feel like Nunes would have still knocked her out.
So,
I think Nunes is the GOAT. I don't think anybody could beat a prime Nunes.
So I'm reading Rosenstrike and Curtis Blades are set to meet in a battle of men with a combined 21 knockouts and 26 victories. Have you already said this while I was in the bathroom?
I didn't say the combined, but I talked about their wins. Go ahead.
All right,
read that off for anybody wondering.
So they're both looking to maintain their place in the heavyweight pecking order after suffering setbacks in previous opportunities. A win by either man can keep them in the future title challenging conversation.
Yeah.
So who else is in that conversation? Here comes Rosenstrike walking out like he just played in an NFL game and didn't break a sweat. Just absolutely like fullback. Like, you know what they say about fullback? You ask them to get 3 yards, they get 3 yards. You ask them to get 8 yards, they get 3 yards. Rosenstrike, though, he would get 8 yards. You ask him to get 8 yards, he would get 8 yards. Because this dude is taking his shirt off, and my goodness.
He's big.
That is the largest back I've ever seen.
You ever seen Francis Ngannou?
All right, so let me get some teeupforlife.org. Chris DeMarcos Foundation. All right, so Blades, Rosenstrike betting odds. Let's see what I'm gonna go to Sportsbook Wire because it's the first one that pops up. If you're the first one that pops on my Google feed, I'm clicking
on that every time.
I'm gonna give you a click.
I'm clicking on that every time.
I might back out immediately,
but
I'm gonna give it at least one click.
You're getting it first.
Clickbait. All right, Rosenstrike, most knockouts in UFC since 2019. That's 6. Joined UFC that year, okay, in 2019. First native surname Surname fighter.
Suriname.
Suriname.
I think this is nationality.
Suriname. All right, I feel bad that I don't know how to pronounce that correctly. If somebody's listening,
I didn't.
I'm sorry.
Somebody's listening from Suriname.
Is that how you pronounce it? I really do feel like an idiot.
Yeah. This is a hard one to call.
Oh, we're gonna call it. He's drinking some liquid death right now.
I need to get some. I'm out of Bane. Wish this would work.
And here comes Blades.
Brian says can't call this one, but someone's getting
with
knocked
a
out.
mafia. Talk about a big boy.
He's coming out to the Mortal Kombat song. I'm picking
got
Blades.
the hood on.
He's coming out to Mortal Kombat.
He's got some chicks taking selfies in the background. I mean, that looks fun. I want to go to a live UFC fight in Vegas.
Dude, they had one in New Orleans, like, I don't know, 12 years ago.
Steven Wonderboy on Twitter said, I'm taking Razor Blades in this next one. I think the wrestling will be too much. Who y'all got?
Oh, that's something that should be said. I'm going Rosenstrike with the upset. By knockout. And for what reason, I have no clue. So, what's his
So again, just a reminder for those joining in. All right, Blades is minus 340. Bet 340 to win 100. Rosenstrike's plus 250. Bet 100 to win 250. Over under 1.5 rounds. So like I said, when I see somebody minus 340, I think it's going to end in round one.
In round one?
Especially with heavyweights. In heavyweight, like folk style wrestling, especially in high school in Louisiana, in most cases, unless you're the two best heavyweights in Division I, Division II, Division III Louisiana, it's not going past the first round. You know, wrestling, folk style wrestling's 3 rounds. Greatest heavyweight match I ever watched, besides my cousin Trey Collada, who has a wrestling tournament named after him, is Perry Gansey from Jesuit wrestling. I'm forgetting his name, from Brother Martin. It went back and forth, and in the third round, finally, Gansey from Jesuit pinned the Brother Martin guy with like 30 seconds left in the match, but it was unbelievable. They had each other on. Both of them had the other guy on their back, like almost getting pinned multiple times during the match.
Come on.
Yeah, it was tight.
I don't know anything about that wrestling. And that sounded exciting.
Blades 14-3. Rosenstrike's 12-2. Lala said she's taking the upset.
Lala's taking the upset.
Blades is 30 years old. Rosenstrike's 33. Blades is 6'4". Rosenstrike's 6'2". Blades is 261 pounds. Rosenstrike's 257. So Blades has every advantage.
He's got every advantage. Blades is a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And Rosenstrike is... I don't see anything on him.
Paramaribo.
He did a lot
Suriname.
of kickboxing.
Is it Suriname? Did we confirm how we pronounce that?
Great question. I'm going to find out.
Hey Siri. How do you pronounce Suriname?
Here's what I found from Wikivoyage.org.
Suriname. It's Suriname.
Suriname. Okay.
On the northeast.
I just saw it too.
Small republic on the northeast coast of South Africa. Paramaribo, Suriname. Blades is from Chicago, Illinois. The American. DraftKings says that the odds are subject to change, probably because they saw the size of this man's back.
They saw the tail of the tape and changed their minds.
They saw the tattoo. Jeez. Mark Smith refereeing. Got some UFC ladies walking out with basically nothing on.
Sponsored by Monster.
Announcing that it is round one and the fight's about to begin, folks. All right, Rosenstrike's got the green shorts on. Blades got the black shorts on. Blades came in with a right leg, and Rosenstrike said, "Hey, I'm coming for your face, buddy." What are your thoughts here as far as like the strategy to like win early? What do you think? They're just dancing right now.
For Blades can wrestle. They showed before he has the most takedown time or octagon control in UFC heavyweight history. I mean, he might have the most takedowns in UFC heavyweight history.
I tell you what, Blades.
He's not one to only stand up and throw.
Blades looks 10 times more athletic. Rosenstrike is like pivoting his foot, like traveling in a game of basketball. That's as much as he's moving. Like
he's kind of built for like that one punch.
Like that's it. That's all he's doing. Oh!
Blades attempts and gets the takedown. And get the takedown.
Blades, easy takedown, just hammering his entire body into Rosenstrike. Now he's throwing a little punch on the shoulder. He's trying to get to the head, huh?
Yeah, he's about to try to get in half mount.
Oh! All right.
Moves it.
Right hook. That's not blood. That's just his red wristband. All it takes is one punch. Brian
wear him out.
Got an elbow to the face. Blades, Rosenstrike. I don't know what he's doing. He's got him up against the net. Blades now kneeing the shit out of Rosenstrike's midsection. Blades is taking his sweet ass time. He's like, at some point, I'm going to knock you out, buddy. And it's probably going to be in the next minute. 3 minutes left in round one. Blades absolutely dominating. What's your thoughts, Blader Schneik?
I think he might roll us up into a rear naked choke if he keeps pushing like that. He's up to the side control, up to his feet on the back of Rosenstrike.
People in the crowd
That's
are
tiresome,
like,
man.
What?
Like, imagine being on the bottom of that, having to defend all of those different strikes. You wear him out, roll him into a rear naked choke. Knees to the kidney.
All right, Blades is just waiting for an opening. Rosenstrike's holding his right wrist to prevent a bad knockout up against the net. Okay. All right, escape. Rosenstrike escapes, gets back on his feet. They're back to the center in the T-Mobile Arena. 1 minute, 50 seconds left. Thoughts here? You think we're going to get a knockout in round one or no?
No, I don't think so.
So if you bet the over on round 1.5.
Although I'll tell you what, Rosenstrike looks tired, man. It takes a lot out of you. When you're back like that defending the way he was for probably, a good minute and a half. I mean, he's in decent shape, but it's taxing. It's taxing. And Blades, like you said earlier, Blades is much faster than Rosenstrike. He's throwing faster. He's more active.
Yeah, I mean, like Blades looks like he could run 100 football fields right now.
Yeah.
Like he definitely looks like he could play in the NFL, whereas Rosenstrike looks like he could be a UFC fighter.
Yeah. He's looking for that. I think he's setting up for like a counterpunch too. He's heavy on his feet. You counterpunch like that, just like that.
Okay. Blades lost his balance there, and Rosenstrike kind of took advantage of him, almost got him on the ground, but
Blades attempted the leg kick. Rosenstrike caught it. Very defensive fighting for Rosenstrike. He's also probably waiting for another takedown attempt.
Blades with a missed kick attempt.
Jab.
He's throwing a little jab.
Switches stance.
Rosenstrike squatting lower than him, trying to get good position, but not literally just playing defense. Okay, now here's some offense.
Hard right hand from Rosenstrike, but Blades blocks, but
easy block.
Still a good solid strike.
All right, 7 seconds left. This is going to go to round two, folks. 3, 2, 1.
They threw a little bit at the end.
Yeah,
both of them did.
They were about to get a swing in, both of them, right at the end, but clock stopped. Round two.
I think Blades with the takedown probably wins that round 10-9. Takes a lot for a round to get scored 10-8. It takes a lot. I think Rosenstrike connected on enough. Countered, had some good counter punches in there. Not enough to really do anything, but
You're getting tired, dude.
I am exhausted. I could have taken a nap earlier today, and instead the neighbors came over and the kids were in the backyard, so I kind of chilled and watched them shoot Nerf guns for like an hour and a half. So I missed out on my nap time. They were shooting him in the neighbor's
crucial, dude.
They were shooting him in the neighbor's yard, and I was like, "Stop shooting him in the neighbor's yard." They wouldn't listen.
I never
because they're
nap.
kids, and like, I mean, are they really paying attention? No.
I got insomnia.
I'm this tired. I'm gonna get home and still watch YouTube for an hour and a
I
half.
already did the podcast with Chris DeMarco, and I was up for like 2 hours last night researching Chris DeMarco. I'm like, why do I need to research? Yeah. Like, why am I reading more about this guy? He really does. He's an interesting fellow. All right. Hey, we're back on. 4 minutes, 45 seconds left in round 2. DraftKings live odds, Rosenstrike's plus 425. You drop a 50 burger on Rosenstrike, you win $212. Drop 100, you win 425. Blades is still like minus 400.
Awesome. Let's see. Nap time is very important. Dude, what? Hey, every year at Christmas, dude. Brother-in-law, dude, knocked out on the couch, like sitting straight up, like this. Knocked out.
Donald.
knocked out.
Are they
Every
related
year
to
at Christmas.
they're related to Jude?
Who's that?
I don't know. I know a
Jude
guy.
who?
Know a guy named Jude Donald.
Jude Dono? Do you know a Jude Dono? I don't know. I don't believe so. I can't click. Always. He said always to sleeping during Christmas. All right. I've not been paying attention to a minute and 18 seconds of this fight.
3 minutes, 40 seconds left. There hadn't been a lot to call here. Blades is he just looks better.
He does.
A little kick. He's just trying everything.
I want them to pull up total punches thrown or landed even because he outnumbers him big time. They're booing him. The crowd's booing. Probably because not because.
Jay Wavy, YouTube has.
No. I did not click on that.
Oh,
I'm gonna block that dude. Hold on.
Fendi Space.
This is
Ball.
delayed for me. Block user. Lala and Justin do that for me a lot. Like people are getting there and like post links to the stuff. Like knock it off. You're in the wrong place, bro.
All right, so there's really nothing happening, nothing to call. 2 minutes,
No.
48 seconds left in round 2.
Throwing punches, not connecting.
Yeah, just a lot of missed attempts.
Strikes and jabs. I mean, strikes
and
Goodness
jabs.
gracious. Strikes and jabs. Strikes and jabs. Straights.
I mean, I feel like tell me how to pronounce your podcast name again.
Blatherskite.
Bladder Strike?
Blather.
Blather?
Like lather. Like I'm going to lather it up.
Blather?
Blather and then like kite, but with an S. Blatherskite.
Blatherskite. Okay.
Blatherskite.
If you have a podcast named Blatherskite, you got to cheer for a guy named Rosenstrike.
Rosenstrike. I picked him for the upset. I did. I went with Lala on this.
All right. So Blades is about to make a move. I just have a feeling he's about to make a move. 2 minutes left in round 2. Rosenstrike just got in his first good. They're showing Curtis Blades' corner. They're saying, like, get after it, bro.
Yeah.
Stop dicking around. Everything speed. Go for it. Nothing happening here. Rosenstrike got in a little left jab. Didn't really connect, but I think he made some contact, huh?
Yeah. He's getting it, man, but he's. Oh! Blades goes for the takedown. Rosenstrike comes in with a
Rosenstrike
with
with
a
a
head.
knee, and now Blades,
Oh,
a
dude.
serious knee to the head.
That
huh?
had to hurt. I mean, look, so
And now
Blades still
Blades-
ended up taking him down,
Right, and now Blades takes him down,
but he's not rocked. He's very. I mean,
and he's really not in good position, but he's got him on his back.
Oh,
He's got
man.
Rosenstrike on his back. He's grabbing his head like he's about to pull it off, twist it off.
He gets the half mount.
Wrestling the shit out of this
Got
guy.
on the half mount.
Dude, that was a serious knee to the head.
That was very close to ending the fight.
That was a cool little move by
How close
Rosenstrike,
it
the
was.
underdog. If you bet on Rosenstrike, you gotta like to see that. What you don't like to see is him on his back fighting for dear life.
No, because that's points too.
Blades is hitting.
They're teeing off on each other.
Blades is jabbing him on the ground. Left hook to the side of the head about 8 times. Rosenstrike can't do shit in this position except put his left arm around Blades' head. What is he trying to do here? Tell me.
Rosenstrike, keep him close so that he can't create distance to come down with elbows.
Okay.
Or big punches. Like his corner told him 20 seconds ago that there was 20 seconds left.
All right, that's the end of round 2.
In round 2. That picked up in the last minute.
Blades had Rosenstrike.
Blades' right eye is swelling.
That was
quickly.
from the knee?
Gotta be
from the knee.
He never hit him that hard otherwise.
Blades' right eye is shut. It's literally shut.
And bleeding a little bit. There's some blood there.
His mouth's bleeding. My mouth's bleeding.
But he ate that. He ate it.
But he clearly won that round, right?
Yeah, I'd still. What, Blades?
Yeah.
I would think so. Because outside of that knee.
Boom!
Oh, my God.
All right, so they just showed the right knee of Rosenstrike in the Blades' left eye, right eye.
Right eye. That did connect as bad as we thought it did. He just ate it.
But right after that, Blades puts him on the ground, and what? He held him on the ground and got some jabs in for like the last minute.
45 seconds to a
45
minute.
seconds to a minute.
And he probably landed the better strikes before that knee.
Right.
He probably wins that round 10-9 too. So if you're Rosenstrike, you know you're coming into this round having to knock this guy out. You know that. Your corner's telling you that. Like, you got to come out with that urgency.
Jab. Blades again on the attack. Rosenstrike's playing defense.
Yeah, Rosenstrike's still looking for counter punches. And he's going to look for a big one. If he really wants to catch him off guard, I don't know if he can do it, but a high kick? Dude, go for a head kick as a counter. He may not be expecting it. I haven't seen him throw a head kick yet, though. I saw Blades throw one. I don't know if that's in his repertoire, but both of them patient. They don't want to make mistakes this late in the game, especially Blades. No, this isn't going to do it.
Blades tries a little kick.
Look, both times he wanted
Blades.
to throw.
Blades is fighting with one eye, folks.
He is. He
cannot see
I guarantee
out that right eye.
There's no way. So then, if that's the case, he's gotta try to knock him. Throw a big left or a left head kick.
3 minutes, 30 seconds left in round 3. Blades versus Rosenstrike. The arena is going wild. The T-Mobile Arena. Actually, they're all kind of just chilling right now, but they were going wild.
They're waiting.
Some people have their masks on, some don't. Cheers. You get your liquid death?
Oh, not yet. Curtis Blades gets another takedown. Rosenstrike flips him. Blades back on top. Successful.
Blades back on top, just like he was for the last minute of round 3. Rosenstrike's trying to get out of it. He's trying to hit him in the head. Blades just controlling him.
You might be.
He's got a leg in. He's got both legs controlled. He's got his left arm down. They're kind of talking shit to each other. Blades not going to let him up. Rosenstrike's trying to get up. He's grabbing the leg. Blades is now standing up, and Rosenstrike's just staying on the ground like they're about to make love.
He's got to wait, though. I mean, he can't.
Blades now back on top. I'm announcing a fight.
Half mount.
Not anything else.
What?
Well, I said Blades back on top.
Oh. All right. That one went. I did not catch that.
Elbow to the face. He's bleeding now. Rosenstrike's bleeding. There's blood all over this mat, folks. On the Jimmy John's logo. I like how it's Blades with a Y.
Oh, yeah.
Blaydes. Blades is just manhandling Rosenstrike on the ground. He's got a left wrist. He's got a leg in. He's got an elbow to the face. I think this is going to end in this next minute 30. 1 minute, 30 seconds left in round 3.
This is going to decision.
No, I think it's about to end. I think he's going to do something crazy.
TKO?
Yeah.
Roll him up into an armbar.
Rosenstrike's trying to get out of it. He can't. Got a couple left jabs to the face.
Rosenstrike still on his back. Blaze just active enough to keep this thing on the ground, because if they're not active enough, the referee, what is it, Mark Davis or whatever his name was, they'll stand him up, which they're not going to do in the last 34 seconds of this fight.
Got any comments? We got any comments?
Not in the last few minutes.
We're going to get some more people tuning in once we get closer to the big one. Huh?
They do, yeah. For the McGregor fight, it went to like 800. Like in a matter of minutes. Usually when you get closer to the main events. They might come in for the Nick Diaz fight, though.
Not a good fight.
Not a good fight. It had its moment in the last minute of the second round. But see, here's the problem with that. Is like,
all right, that's the end of round 3, y'all.
Yeah, it's
Blades.
going to go to decision. He's going to need.
Blades looking out one eye, still
looking like Rocky.
That was a nice left jab.
Yeah.
Oh, right jab back. I missed that.
The knee.
Oh, that was from the previous round.
I think it's like the whole. I think it's the whole fight.
Yeah. Blades has been wrestling on top, kind of just getting his punches in when he can for the majority of this fight. But the one big moment for Rosenstrike was that knee to the right eye. And, I mean, when I tell you this guy's eye is shut.
Yeah. He didn't miss on a single takedown attempt. I think he was successful on all takedown attempts.
I mean, that eye is about as closed as Drew Brees' football career, but Drew Brees' broadcasting career and the new hair, incredible. What do you think?
I love the hair, man. Good for that guy, because it was gone for sure. So happy for that dude. So happy for that dude. I'm gonna use the bathroom.
Do it.
Well,
you want me
Curtis
to
Blades is getting that decision. Just
while you go to the bathroom, you want me to give a preview for the next fight?
Yeah, you can talk about it. Tell him what the decision. Yeah.
Official decision about to be announced. Blades Rosenstrike. This is fight 2 of the main event. Here's Bruce. Blades wins by decision, folks. I mean, deservingly so. Blades wins by decision, the American. Unanimous decision. You can follow him at RazorBlades265. Instagram, Twitter. He said he had to play it safe, and he enters into the conversation of most heavyweight wins since 2016. Derek Lewis has 12. Francis Ngannou has 10. And Curtis Blades now has 10. Huh?
Oh, I love it so much more when they call out names. When they ask them, like, who do you want next? Just makes it better for business when they say who
Blade's
they
taking
want.
a couple selfies, and he literally can't even see the selfie. What do you know about this guy, Vicente Luque, in the crowd?
He recently fought for a title. What weight class? Mel Gibson in the arena.
Mel Gibson in the arena.
Crazy
Mark
son of a bitch.
Coleman,
UFC Hall of Famer. Heavyweight. He was around when the UFC first started, back in like the almost no rules days.
Oh, really?
Bruh, when you could like pull hair and stuff. So like when it started in the 90s, you could pull hair. Dude, they didn't even have weight classes. So like somebody that weighed like 400 pounds could fight somebody that weighed 200 pounds or like $150.
We got a bunch of ragers at Twin Peaks in Las Vegas. What were you saying?
Ooh, Oklahoma won. They were trailing late. Oh, they kicked the game-winning field goal. It's time spot.
All right. What we got next on this fight card?
Ooh, it's Nick Diaz, Robbie Waller. I need a cigarette before I can watch this fight.
Heard that.
Whoa, did he just call out? Wait, John Jones. Did he? Did he say John Jones' name? Did he say John Jones' name? Did you hear that?
I didn't hear it.
He probably did. So John Jones moved up from light heavyweight to heavyweight. He also got arrested the other day. Again. He got arrested the night that he made the UFC Hall of Fame.
Volkanovsky
Coming in
arrived at 4 o'clock Pacific time.
Dude, look how he's walking in. He's walking in like he's in the WWE.
At 6 o'clock our time.
He's walking in like The Rock.
That's the main event, folks. Volkanovsky versus Ortega. That's what we're all here to see.
They had some trash talking going on between, man. Nothing crazy, like bad, but they had a good bit of.
So we got Lawler and Diaz. And was I right when I read that? Diaz hadn't fought since 2015?
2015, and it was a unanimous decision to Anderson Silva. But he's a dog.
Ortega walking in with a little plaid button up.
Flat bill hat.
Flat bill hat. All right, so let's see the odds on this. You smoking here?
What's that?
You smoking in here?
No.
Oh, in the balcony. About to say, you about to rip a cig? So we're watching right now. For those joining in, we don't have many viewers right now.
Is that a zero? We got two.
2 oils.
2 loyal. One was probably my brother-in-law.
2 on the set crew.
Did that happen on a Thursday night football game? Washington Giants. And he got to the end and it got like 200 people. Everybody was commenting. I was having trouble like clicking on it. But then I have nights where like zero.
So they're showing right now on the screen for those who can't see the ESPN Plus. They're showing Nick Diaz's story. We'll interview some highlights. So we've gotten through 2 so far. The main event, Jessica Andrade handled Cynthia Calvillo pretty easily, won in round 1, and then Blades versus Rosenstrike. That was the second main event. Blades won by decision, unanimous decision. Next up, Robbie Waller, minus 155 versus Nick Diaz, who hadn't fought since 2015. He's plus 130. Kind of like the comeback story. Might bet on Diaz. He looks good in all these highlights. Let me get some background on this guy. The return of Nick Diaz. Yo, this is a all right, so this is what they're talking about on screen right now. This is a rematch. Nick Diaz versus Robbie Waller, a rematch of a bout from 17 years ago. It's also Diaz's first fight in over 6 years. Diaz said he wants to go out there and beat Robbie Waller again. Tell you what, MMA Mania said this fight is magic. It's awesome. It doesn't mean a effing thing to any title picture, and we're all better off for it. At a combined nearly 80 years of age, Diaz versus Waller is the best fight on the whole pay-per-view card because Diaz and Waller are absolute heroes deserving of our complete attention, respect, and admiration.
This is going to be the fight of the night.
Here they come, folks. They're walking out. A little bit more preview. All right, Diaz, he's 26-9. All right. His key wins are against Robbie Waller, which was 17 years ago. BJ Penn, Paul Daly, Gomi, and Frank Shamrock. His key losses against George St. Pierre and Carlos Condit. Like his brother Nathan, Diaz thrived throughout his career on the strength of his boxing, jiu-jitsu, conditioning, and toughness. Between the two, Diaz has always been the more rugged boxer, the one who really excelled when able to drive his foe into the cage and deliver hard body shots from the dirty boxing range. Nobody can pretend to know what this guy will look like after 6 years, though.
Lawler's coming off of 4 consecutive losses, though. To Neil Magny, Colby Covington, Ben Askren, and Rafael Dos Anjos. All good fighters, though. Top fighters.
We got Diaz versus Waller. This is fight 3 of the main event. This is Vegas.
This is
UFC.
Brian says this fight should have been the main event. This is why I bought the fight. I knew immediately that I was buying this fight before they said what card it was going to be on.
Waller has the 3rd most significant strikes in UFC welterweight history. 1,111. 1-1-1-1.
It's gonna be real intense. I guarantee they're gonna try to get fight of the night. They're just gonna come out throwing.
Closing fight odds by DraftKings. Diaz versus Waller 1 plus 200 for Diaz, minus 260 for Waller.
Okay.
Diaz versus Waller 2.
So Lala was a favorite in both?
Yeah.
Now I'm taking Diaz.
Wait, why is it 1 and 2? Y'all got to remember, I'm a UFC play-by-play rookie.
So,
why does it say 1 and 2?
They were showing the closing fight odds at whenever they closed it for their first fight, and then the 2 was tonight. Those were the closing fight odds right leading up to the fight.
The one 17 years ago?
Oh,
okay,
and then
gotcha.
2 was tonight.
I was like, is 1 and 2 meaning like the round odds?
Brian says I'm standing on my feet right now.
So that's always how they word it. Is if it's the second fight, they always call it 2.
So when it's they'll most of the time when they call the pay-per-views, it'll be like UFC 266 tonight or like tonight, Volkanovsky versus Ortega. If they fight again a year from now, they'll just put Volkanovsky versus Ortega 2 because it's the headlining fight. It's most of the time why people watch.
Right.
Championship fights are always the main event. This one could have easily been the main event. This fight right here could have been the main event on a fight card without a championship on the line.
God, this has me
hyped. Just because he's in it. Just because this guy's in it.
Diaz from Stockton, California. He looks different. He looks older. Since 6 years ago.
Man, these guys are dogs. When I was younger, I used to hate them because they just talk so much trash. And they give 0. They give 0 Fs. So they don't conform to anything, anybody, anything.
Diaz versus Waller. Second fight ever. The last one 17 years ago.
I was 17 years old when they fought. This
is the fight that people paid money for. This is the fight that a lot of people came to see. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously Ortega versus
Hands down.
Volkanovsky, but
I was buying this fight, whether I was calling it or not.
Diaz takes the shirt off, gets himself ready, gets his mind right. He's got all his boys with him.
Is Nate with him?
First fight since
There's
January
Nate.
31st, 2015. Go ahead.
No, there's Nate in the back to the left. Kind of, he's moving in. That's Nate. In the shot, out the shot. In the shot, out the shot. First fight in 2,429 days.
Nate's just here to watch, or is he fighting later?
No, Nate's just in his brother's corner. Yeah, listen to the crowd. Crowd's gonna go nuts for this man. Oh, shit. This is
Crowd's going wild for Nick Diaz. Meanwhile, Robbie Waller's punching the air right now.
he know he's in it. He's in a oh look, where's Nate? He was in the back when they were about to check his gloves. 38 and 39.
6'1", 5'11", Diaz to Waller.
Diaz with a 2-inch in height. With,
Diaz is 185 pounds. Same thing for Waller. Got about the same
2-inch reach.
Waller looks 10 times stronger.
Yeah,
But Diaz looks 10 times smarter.
Probably tougher. I'll take the Diaz brothers' toughness over anybody in UFC history.
Waller out of Coconut Creek, Florida. I gotta go get some liquid.
Grab me one, please. Click on it. Yeah, Nate was in the back. He's in his corner. He's there. I wonder when Nate's next fight is. Oh, they didn't have the white ones? Oh, shit. You drink sparkling water? Put that back.
What's the difference?
You ever drink sparkling water? I don't ever drink.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely. Big bet alert. A bettor has placed $7,000 on Nick Diaz. Payout will be, I missed that. Payout will be big, though. I missed the exact number. Ariana Celeste walks out. Round one. Starting in about 10 seconds.
This might end round one.
Oh!
Right off the bat, it's going to get crazy.
Diaz right off the bat with a crazy little spin kick. Now he's up against the net. Waller coming in hot, strong jabs, uppercut to the ribs. High kick, miss, punch to the nuts. Left jab, right jab. Left jab, right jab. Diaz finally throws his first punch. Missed it. Left kick by Waller.
Yeah.
Waller in the blue shorts. Diaz in the black shorts. Diaz has missed everything so far. He has not made
They said he landed
single contact. He just whiffed another one. He just whipped another one.
He looks much slower.
Lawler's
He looks so much
literally
slower.
blocked or spun out of every. So what you've seen so far, we're 1 minute in.
Yeah.
4 minutes left in round one. What you've seen so far, Blader Skype?
Blather Skype.
Bladder Skype.
Man, I just see Diaz is so much. He doesn't have the speed, but Diaz is calm.
Conor
'Cause he got
McGregor
rocked.
just tweeted, "This is tremendous. Let's go."
He might get arrested tonight too.
This has the whole UFC world hyped. Diaz back after 6 years. Looks like he put a little dad bod on.
Yeah.
Waller looks yoked. Mike Bergeron here with Jack Collada. We're calling the main events. Diaz versus Waller. 3 minutes left in round one. Mike, what needs to happen after you've seen 2 minutes of this fight so far? What needs to happen for Diaz? Because he already looks winded. He's up against the net. Waller's the only one who's gotten anything in. A little kick, a little jab. What needs to happen for Diaz to change the...
It's 5 rounds. I think Diaz is going to be patient. Diaz, his older brother Nate fights the same way.
Okay.
They're built for the later rounds.
Here we go.
They're
He got a
built for
little
the later
jab in.
rounds.
Diaz making a little move here. He has a way of finding a shot.
He's gonna he's built the fight in rounds 4 and 5.
2 minutes, 30 seconds left. We are halfway through round one. Diaz versus Waller. You got to root for Diaz.
Robbie Lawler is a fan favorite too. Robbie Lawler just looks so much faster, but he threw a lot in the early part of this first round. I guarantee that's what Diaz is hoping for. Take time, let Lawler kind of tire out, maybe too early.
I'm hungry, dude. I might walk down and get some Chipotle. It's
Do
still
it.
open.
Diaz just taking his time. Those punches coming so slow. Boom. Body shots matter.
You do play-by-play. I'll do color for this one.
Body, all right. Diaz throwing hooks now. Diaz throwing a lot of hooks. Body shots, combos. Lawler's throwing a lot less now. In the fight, Diaz back to the cage. Lawler lands a left hook. They're just trading shots right now. Trading shots. Some of them landing, some of them not. Diaz keeping it active. Lawler maybe looking for Diaz to tire out a little bit. The crowd chanting Diaz.
Of course.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh, punch to the
Look at
nuts.
this.
Waller with a punch to the nuts. Can I say that?
Body kick.
Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it was a punch towards the gnadular material.
Yeah, if he hits him in the nuts, they'll call it time. They'll call like a little timeout or something. Diaz
Oh!
and Lawler, they're teeing off on each other.
Oh, shit. Back and
They're
forth.
teeing off. They're throwing body shot by Lawler. Tries to connect on some hooks. Diaz backs up, creates some space.
Mike, you're
Straight
so
to the
much
body.
better at play-by-play than me.
I know I'm not, huh?
Yes,
There's
you
no
are.
way. There's no way.
Please keep doing play-by-play. I'll just chime in.
Both
when-
of these
when
guys are
necessary.
eating every punch.
30 seconds left.
And there's not a mark.
30 seconds left in round one.
There's not a mark on Diaz's face. That's the thing that I think is telling too. This guy is not red. You'll see Lawler's face is a little red. They're hitting. Some of the punches are connected. Some of them are being blocked. Diaz back to the cage. He blocks a lot. Like Cormier just said, he rolls.
Diaz up
and
against
just
the net.
punches. And a great first round.
End of round one, folks. I would, if you had to make a decision right now, I'd say it's dead even.
Dude,
It's a
that is
draw.
I don't know if they score a draw in a round 9-9 or 10-10. Yeah. So Brian says
So wait, why did the last one go 3 rounds and this one's going 5?
so like main events, a main event will go 5 or a championship fight will go 5. So normally there's a main event and a co-main event.
Okay.
Those 2 fights will go 5 rounds. They made this one like a co-main event, I guess. I didn't know this until this fight started. So this one's going to go 5 rounds because this is a main event fight. Everybody's here to see this.
I need some food.
Diaz, I would say it's a draw. So Brian's got it. Diaz is winning, which if that's the case, the round would go probably 10-9 because Lawler did connect early and he threw a lot early. I want to know what total strikes thrown in the whole first round, like both guys. Give me that stat line.
Yeah.
Now.
They need
Because
to,
they're throwing a lot.
they need to show that on the screen.
They will. They do that a lot. They'll give like
Volkanovsky versus Ortega.
significant
Did we
strikes
spell the
landed.
name wrong? Or did they spell the name wrong? Because they just
Volkanovsky?
posted Volkanovsky without an L.
No, it's Vol.
All right, round 2 starting,
Volkanovsky.
folks. Play-by-play guy, Mike Bergeron.
All right,
I'm
all right,
on
so-
color.
Diaz creating distance with an up kick, with a straight kick, I mean. Lawler coming out very active again, looking quick, looking fast. Diaz still very patient. Using his reach to kind of stand him back. Oh, a hard knee from Lawler. Connects to the forehead. It looked like a Diaz.
Wonder if that Chinese food place is open.
Is it like close to here?
Yeah, there's a Chinese spot. Good restaurant. I got some General Tso chicken. It's like right next door to the studio. You haven't seen it?
I never come to the city.
Oh, oh yeah, you do everything.
Well, I do, but I never used to come here. I do a lot from home, but I do these. I do all the UFC fights from here.
Bladder Skype.
Both guys, Diaz throwing some jabs, body kick from Diaz to Lawler. Diaz back to the cage. Just under 4 minutes left in the second round.
Folks, we got Diaz, we got Lawler, and we got an excellent play-by-play maniac, Mike Bergeron.
Diaz.
Great fight so far.
Kamaru Usman.
Great fight so far.
Getting in on Twitter.
I mean, it is neck and neck right now. It is jab for jab. It's wrestle for wrestle. Hold for hold. Shoulder for shoulder. I mean, shit.
0 takedown attempts so far. I don't think we'll see a takedown attempt.
I haven't seen any wrestling.
No, I don't think they don't want to do that.
This is all boxing.
These guys aren't built this way. They can wrestle, but they're not going to wrestle tonight. They're going to give the fans what they want.
Diaz has been up against the net a lot.
He has, and he fights good from that, you know?
Yeah, he likes that.
He doesn't have a mark on his face. And the crowd didn't. The Diaz chants in again.
Wild for
the heavy favorite. Lawler, I'll say this, Lawler's eating the punches as well. Like he's for the most part looked unfazed from all the shots too. I'm sure they hurt. A knee attempt from Diaz. So they're getting somewhat of a clinch.
I'm getting some Chinese food after this fight.
Diaz out.
Diaz has to win, though.
Diaz gets out. A couple of hooks thrown, a right and a left from Diaz. Body shot connects to Lawler. Lawler trying to tee off, but Diaz just slips out of there. Diaz is slipping away from Lawler's combinations. High kick attempted. Okay. Lawler with a good block.
A little back and forth. A little back and forth from Diaz.
Lots of punches thrown here.
Oh, he got one in there.
Diaz slips out. Lawler tracks him down, and Diaz connects with a left to the head and a right to the body. Throws a little faint knee. Just makes Robbie think for a second. Lawler fakes the left hook. Diaz jogging away. Keeping the right shoulder towards him. Throws a couple more shots. I think Lawler is exhausted.
Bro, I feel him.
He's still throwing. Not that time. Lawler landed 2 shots to the face of Diaz. Wow. They both landed over 100 significant strikes, and we're not even done with round 2 yet. Just over a minute left in round 2. Just a ton of activity. A body kick from Diaz. Lawler gets him in the clinch. Diaz is back to the cage, as it's been the whole fight. Lawler kind of throwing a little bit more here. Diaz connects with a right hook. Lawler coming with the counters too, though. Both guys countered a lot. Have been countering a lot. Excellent defense from both fighters for the most part, even with all the strikes landed. They might set a record for the most significant strikes landed in a 5-round fight, or however long it goes. Theo Vaughn, Louisiana own. Saying to see Nick Diaz in the ring is fire.
Diaz got some blood on his face.
Yeah, he does. I think it's from the nose.
At the end of round 2, folks. Mike Bergeron, excellent play-by-play commentary. I didn't do shit on the color commentary.
No.
I didn't do shit. I just sat there that whole round.
Dude, sometimes that's
starved.
something that I get. This is only the third one I've ever done. So sometimes I get into that. Like when I'm just sitting at the
Where
house
you're
and
just
I'm
watching,
these,
you don't realize.
dude, because I'm so used to doing it. Like I got 2 kids, so like when I'm watching these, like everybody's asleep. So like 90% of the time, I'm just like
sitting there.
I'm just in it. I'm in it. I'm watching it. I'm taking it what it is. You know, I'm not like that for football and stuff. Football, I go freaking crazy.
What do we have? Four viewers on YouTube.
What's that?
We got 4.
We got 5 total.
We
2
got
from
5.
Facebook, 1 from Twitch, 2 from YouTube. Give us that like, comment. Let us know you're in here. 2 excellent rounds from
2
Diaz
great
and
rounds.
Lawler.
Yeah.
I mean, great rounds.
Would you say it's? I'm big on this draw game. Show us some live
Dude,
bet
that
odds.
second round might that
Do you
second
think there
round
might be a
even.
draw.
It could be. It's happened. It's happened. Lawler steps out quick. Lawler's had fast starts to the first 2 rounds. Diaz looking for a little bit. This is normally when you see, like Nate Diaz, they pick it up after round 2. You'll start to see these guys throwing more.
Right.
They have energy. They're throwing harder punches. They hold back in the first 2 rounds.
God, Diaz looks mean. You do not want to run into this guy in
No,
freaking alley.
never want to fight this guy on the street. Well, Lawler throws one to the head. Oh, Diaz is hurt. Diaz is hurt. Lawler knocks him down. Lawler's
That's
letting
a
him get
knockout.
back up.
That's a knockout.
No, Lawler's letting him get up. No.
They're calling it. Knockout.
Is it a knee injury?
Lawler with the knockout on Diaz.
It's going to be a TKO, but what happened? Is it his knee?
It's going to be a TKO.
Is it his – what the hell happened? Broken nose?
That's a broken nose. That is a felt nose.
Dude, Robbie Waller immediately did not get on top of him. He was telling him to get up, and they were going to fight on the feet.
That was sick.
That was so awesome to see Robbie Waller do that. I want to see it connect in slow-mo.
He misses that one.
He hits the left hook
He
on
hits
him.
the left hook.
The right hook there. That breaks the nose. When Diaz falls
And then he
to the
says,
knee,
get up, bitch. Oh! That was a hard left hook to the center of the face, which probably broke his nose. Very likely broke
Ball
his
was
nose.
like, get up, we're fighting, we're finishing this on the feet. That was awesome to see that.
That is a deviated septum.
So
I
man.
almost
That's a deviated septum.
I almost named my podcast Deviated Septum.
Did you?
Yeah, because I had a deviated septum.
Yeah, one of my good friends did too.
I had the surgery. It didn't help.
Man. My friend Jake had the surgery, yeah. Man, those are the worst.
That is a deviated.
You hate to see a fight end like that,
That's
though.
a deviated septum for Nick Diaz.
Bro, I don't know if he has an Instagram, but check Google later. I guarantee you'll have a picture in the hospital. Those are always fun to watch when somebody's got a really bad face after a fight.
He's holding the rag to the nose.
Yeah, it's broke.
That shit broke.
I want to hear that post-fight because I'm going to tell you right now, they're probably going to rematch this just because of the way it ended.
Just because of the what?
Just the way it ended. Like it ended on a note where like broken nose can't continue instead of like a finish. Like it's a TKO, but it's not a knockout. But it was an excellent fight.
Robbie Waller looks in serious shape.
He looks, yeah. He's a G.I. Joe. Love that.
Waller said that's the kind of shit I like to do.
That's what you want to hear.
You know what shit he just did? He just knocked the guy out and then said, get up.
Yeah.
I want to keep fighting. That was sick. Waller sounds like a guy who doesn't speak for the whole first semester of his high school class, and then at the end of the quarter or at the end of the third quarter, he says something that just blows everybody.
Yeah.
you want to see next? And how much respect do you have now for Nick Diaz after that again? I've always had respect for Diaz. He brings it every freaking time he steps in.
Bro, it's hot behind the fighters when they step out.
What's that?
This is gonna be our intro.
Oh, wait.
3, 2, 1.
Oh my gosh, why am I so close? I'm like, geez. Well, I got a table. All right,
3, 2, 1. Step to the chair.
I'm here with Nick Diaz.
That's the intro.
I need a belt.
Yeah, he'll be in the hospital immediately. I got a small bladder. I gotta go to that.
Go ahead. Diaz is talking right now. Give me a minute.
Management set up the way the fight got set up. It was just a bum rap, no excuses. I had to come in and he's in great shape. I'm glad I know I was leaking here, so I didn't want to make too much of a mess. But I'm glad for that. Nick, the people love you. That was a fantastic fight. I hope that we get to see you again in the octagon, man. It was tremendous to call you fighting experiences. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up.
Oh, Diaz sounded like a beat up fighter just now.
All right, how much time until this next fight? Because I'm starving.
Oh, you probably got like 15, 20 minutes.
I'll probably stay for one more.
All right.
What was I gonna ask you? Have you posted something to the website yet? Like the Zuku website?
Like ever? Yes.
Do you just add new posts? Like
You talking about from
I've run websites before, so I know how to manage a website. But I don't know.
What's the
gotta add my thing.
Yeah. You add new posts. There's a certain way to like add it into like the description and like tags. You've used WordPress?
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, do I just add it to the homepage? Or do I add it to like another page?
Oh, you talking about like on the right side? I usually click on like home. I put it on home. I add it to home, and then I click on every category that like whatever I post about has to do with. Like, I mean, if it's something like football, I'll click on NFL. I'll click on sports. I'll click on home.
I'm gonna ask Matt, like, where actually, because there's,
Which one are you talking about? The golf or
I mean,
both?
No, I'm saying in general, I can organize just how it looks. Like, if you're saying I just add the post to the homepage, like new podcasts.
Yeah. Like I don't have my own category. So like I just click on like I won't click on Sportsman's Paradise, right? Or like, but I'll click on just like they have categories on the right.
Yeah.
And that's what it's gonna post on.
Shout out Sportsman Paradise for doing that
those,
fishing rodeo.
Yeah, those guys are awesome. Sportsman's Paradise. Listen, go watch and listen to them.
The GOAT. So far, our winners are Andrade, Blades, Lala.
Well, all three favorites.
All three favorites.
Favorites are 3-0 tonight.
Bet the favorites.
You should definitely bet the favorites in the next fight. Shevchenko.
Oh, I bet Murphy.
Did you? Oh yeah. All right. Well then forget what I said.
That's my first ever UFC bet.
There you go.
I put a little 10.
Highest striking accuracy in
The
UFC.
American.
She's been flawless
All right,
since 2018.
how much time?
We
I'm
got
gonna come
plenty of
back
time.
and Murphy's gonna
They-
get knocked out.
No,
Probably.
maybe, but they're still gonna show the little promo video. Then both of them still have to come out. They still have to do the introductions. Yeah, you do your thing, man. So definitely a great fight.
Shit, I need a mask.
Got one on you? We got a new 30 for 30. Oh, we got NHL playoffs. Well, I've tried to watch the Stanley Cup so many times in my life. I can't do it. I don't know the damn rules. Slacking. NHL begins October 12th, though, for those of you that are thinking about it. They're showing the Venom trailer. We're going to go a little off topic here and talk about Venom. Can we talk about Venom tying into Spider-Man, maybe? I want the post-credit scene in Venom to have Tom Hardy. Or even more epic is if the post-credit scene in Venom had Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire in it, confirming that they will have an appearance in Spider-Man, whatever the new one's called. All in for that. All in for that. So Diaz Lala was exactly as expected. Lawler did look sluggish, but what do you expect from somebody that hadn't fought in 6 years, 5 years, or something like that? So Shevchenko and think about it. Come on, I'm about to run. We're gonna take a little bathroom break here in between fights. My partner in crime ran to get some food. He'll be back very shortly. I'm definitely gonna burn one real quick. We will be right back.
What is really motivate me is stay where I am right now. And still to change.
Who has anything for her at 125?
I'm an underdog in most of my fights. People see me and they think I'm going to be a decent fight, but I never am. I just fight Valentina Shevchenko because I heard I've done more in this division than any other contender has before me. I've just fought some of the toughest flyweights out there, and I've beat almost all of them. But I just never cease to be the toughest one. She did like good job to earn fight for the title, but it's kind of like doesn't change anything. Why am I not trying to figure out what is the weakness of mine? Let's take your time. You know what? I'm gonna take it to her. I'm gonna go right after her. I'm more athletic. I'm stronger. I'm tougher. The stronger, the better. There is only one end of this fight. My hands raised up.
I'm back, people. All right, here we go. All right, coming out is Lauren Murphy, the challenger to Valentina Shevchenko's to Valentina Shevchenko's flyweight title. Coming out to bad to the bone. And she was singing that she's coming out. Coming out very relaxed, feeling good. You like to see fighters coming out like that. At least she's in a good place mentally. Sometimes you can tell when fighters are coming out, especially contenders to very dominant champions. Shevchenko, an extremely dominant champion, has held the title since 2018. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-time. This is Shevchenko. 8-time gold medalist in world championships. Let's see. Let's talk about Lauren Murphy. Lauren Murphy is the former Invicta FC bantamweight champion, second longest active win streak in UFC flyweight division with 5, and tied for the third most wins in UFC flyweight history with 6. Out of Arizona, she's a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. She has a record of 15-4, 8 knockouts, 6 decisions. She is jacked. She just let out a Ric Flair woo from the side of the octagon, coming off of 5 consecutive wins. Hasn't lost since 2018. Bouncing around the ring, getting loose. She definitely looks solid. I don't know if I've ever seen her fight. Can't believe maybe Blaze Volkov, Covington, Lawler, UFC 2. She last fought at UFC 263, which was Adesanya Vettori and Edwards Diaz. I definitely watched those fights. She was on the undercard. So she won by split decision. So out comes the champion, Valentina Shevchenko. Shevchenko is the number 2 ranked women's pound-for-pound fighter, only behind Amanda Nunes. Had a 57-2 kickboxing record. 57-2 kickboxing record. She's done Muay Thai, kickboxing. She's a second Dan black belt in the Master of Sports in Taekwondo. She's an international Master of Sports in Muay Thai, a Master of Sports in boxing, a Master of Sports in kickboxing, and a black belt and Master of Sports in judo. You want to talk about a complete fighter? You talk about Valentina Shevchenko. A 21-3 MMA record. Last loss coming in 2017 to Amanda Nunes. 2 of her 3 losses are to Amanda Nunes. It is to be said that she probably fought Amanda Nunes. She's the reason why. Amanda Nunes is the reason why Shevchenko left the bantamweight division, let's be honest. And she goes to the flyweight division. And since going to the flyweight division, has been undefeated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7-0 in the flyweight division. Has held the belt since 2018. She's beaten Joanna for the belt, Jessica I, Liz Carmouche, Caitlin Chukagian, Jennifer Maia, Jessica Andrade. A very dominant run for her. A very dominant run for Shevchenko, who has basically outclassed every fighter since returning to flyweight. That's it, yeah. And her only other loss was to Carmouche. Most wins and longest win streak in UFC flyweight history, and a 17-time world Muay Thai and K1 champion. Yo, coming out like a machine, bro. Coming out like a machine. I can just see Shevchenko just dominating the octagon. wrestling, all of the above. All of the above. That's a bummer. Murphy does have a 1-inch reach or a half-inch reach, 1 pound more, same height, 5 years the elder of Valentina Shevchenko. Bruce Buffer getting this one underway. About to introduce these fighters.
Starring Tom Hardy and Woody Harrelson, exclusively in movie theaters October 1st. Our three judges scoring this contest at Octagon side are Eric Coleman, Dave Hagen, and Chris Lee. And when the action begins, a referee in charge of the Octagon, Keith Peterson. And now, this fight is
Gonna be a good one. Gonna be a good one. What all three favorites have won tonight. All three favorites have won. Wonder if the nerves are setting in for Murphy. I say nerves, but maybe not nerves. Maybe it's adrenaline. Like there's a waiting period. You hear it in football a lot. It's like when these guys get to the Super Bowl for the first time, how long it takes from running out the tunnel to get the game started, and how to keep your nerves down. How to keep your nerves down, how to stay focused, how not to let the anxiety get to you in these moments. And it's got to be the same thing when you're in the octagon and you're a challenger facing a dominant champion, the number 2 ranked pound for pound women's fighter in the UFC. She's a massive favorite, 1,500. A massive favorite in this fight. And Shevchenko has a stone cold look on her face. She ain't messing around. She ain't messing around. 55% of bets are on Shevchenko to win by KO, TKO, or DQ. Or DQ? I don't think this one ends in DQ. Although you never know. It takes them one mistake to do so. Right?
Valentina Shevchenko, an assassin of the highest order, Lauren Murphy, trying to shock the mixed martial arts world tonight. The incredible reign of
All right, this one getting underway. Who's going to throw the first strike here? Looks like they're bouncing around, feeling each other out. You know, Shevchenko's definitely got Shevchenko throws some straights. Or is it a jab? It's a jab. Throwing some jabs here for Lauren Murphy, both in the center of the octagon. Shevchenko lands a right hook to Murphy. Both of them bouncing around, got their hands up, ready to block, ready to play some defense in this fight. I think Cormier's talking about Shevchenko being a great counter striker, and if you just sit on the outside, she'll pick you apart. Shevchenko's dominated every fight since 2018, since her return to the flyweight division. Shevchenko definitely waiting for Murphy to do something here. We'll see how long that lasts. Shevchenko's not going to wait all night. That's for certain. But wants to make Murphy make a mistake. Big fights like this, sometimes as a challenger. Shevchenko's left hook, that left hand was fast for Valentina. For the champ. So, you got 5 rounds in this fight. If you're Murphy, you definitely don't want to rush it and lose because of it. And if you're Shevchenko, you've been here many times. Many times. Ooh. Murphy catches the leg of Shevchenko. Shevchenko tees off on it with 2 hands to the face right off the bat. Murphy's got to let the leg down. Shevchenko didn't hesitate. Ooh, tries for a little Superman punch from Shevchenko.
Jennifer Maia was able to extend Shevchenko 25 minutes in a previous title defense prior to the Andrade fight that was late 2020.
Shevchenko's coming with very quick 1-2 punches. So she's in that southpaw stance. I'm sure that's predominantly what she's in, as a southpaw. So she gets that right straight, and she's coming with that overhand right. And it's coming fast. And Murphy's done a good job of backing up here. They pretty much, for the most part, they've stayed in the center of the octagon. There hadn't been too much octagon control coming. But my goodness, is Shevchenko fast? The speed of Valentina is very noticeable in the first round. Limited activity here, as I think a big part of this is feeling them out. Shevchenko's throwing some of these shots to see what Murphy does. A lot of it's backing up, and she follows a quick left with a right leg kick. Spinning back kick to the body of Murphy. The left temple of Murphy's a little red. Cormier talking about how tough and durable Lauren Murphy is. Murphy is the 3rd ranked women's flyweight. Should be noted that Valentina's leg kicks have landed on the lead leg of Murphy. Woo! Throws the right, connects with the left, with a straight left. This is where the doubt, I believe, sets in for these challengers. Valentina's landing these shots. Oh, Valentina, they're coming in like 1 and 2 combos. Valentina is not going to overwhelm and make the mistake of throwing too much and then getting caught by Murphy. She's negating Murphy's counterpunching because they're so fast and they're so short. She's not throwing more than 2 strikes. Spinning back fist for Shevchenko, I believe, lands. Yeah, Lauren may be doing too much thinking, but Shevchenko's making it this way. She's dictating the pace of the fight. She's dictating the pace of Lauren Murphy's strikes, which is what's kind of mattering here. I mean, I definitely, less than 30 seconds left in the first round. Shevchenko going for the takedown and gets it. Gets it. Wow. Wow. This one, I don't know what the connected strikes. Kim Bacon. Kim Bacon, you're here. Oh my gosh. Loyal. Oh, I clicked you off. Wait, I'm going to click it back on in a second. Kim Bacon, loyal follower on the football streams in a dominant first round for the champ. I don't know that I would score that 10-8, but I got to get that comment back up. I'm having trouble clicking. Oh, gosh, dog it. I clicked it off again. I'm going to leave it up now. Dominant first round from Shevchenko. Going to have a little bit of swelling under Lauren Murphy's left eye. They're quick right straights, jabs, followed by lightning fast left hands from Shevchenko, who does not miss on any of these punches. I want to know, Lauren Murphy even caught the left body shot with the left leg of Shevchenko. And Shevchenko immediately, I mean, just 2 quicks. And Murphy's got to give up the leg. Oh, she did not connect on the spinning back fist. But after she misses on the spinning back fist, she connects with the right hand to the left side of Lauren Murphy's face. I would give it a decisive 10-9 round for Shevchenko. So Shevchenko's never been taken down. Oh, maybe Murphy hasn't. That's what they said. Murphy hasn't been taken down in that 5-5 win streak. She was taken down at the end of the first round. It's a textbook round from the reigning flyweight champion, Valentina Shevchenko. A high kick just to keep Murphy back. It's amazing. I think they had the same reach, or a half-inch Murphy had on Shevchenko. Shevchenko keeps the distance with her attacks. These 1-2 punches. There's almost no confidence in what Murphy's throwing at this point. She might be throwing things And Shevchenko closes the distance, but Murphy turns it, and now Shevchenko's back is against the cage. We'll see what. I'm glad you're here, Kim Bacon, if you still are. I appreciate it. We will be live streaming the Saints game tomorrow, so please join us tomorrow. This is Boot Crew Studios. This is where the magic happens over here. So just under 4 minutes left in the second round. This is the best spot that Lauren Murphy's been up until this point, or up to this point. And Shevchenko gets out of it. Patience, pushes the leg out, gets out the underhooks. Oh, look at this. Look, we got a comment here. Ooh, a high kick tried by Lauren Murphy. The fight is going good, bro, Buffett. The fight is going good, bro, Buffett. We got Valentina Shevchenko has dominated the first round and a half. Lauren Murphy did get Shevchenko's back to the cage as she defended a takedown well. But Shevchenko she's the most accurate, I think, women's fighter in UFC history, or at least in flyweight, in UFC flyweight history. Lauren Murphy goes for a Superman punch. Shevchenko negates it with a jab. Keeping the distance. You know, some of the GSP was so good at that. George St. Pierre was so good at dictating the pace and dominating a fight with a jab and a straight. And Shevchenko is very much like that. Shevchenko oh my gosh, a spinning back kick to the body again of Murphy. Landed a big one in the first round, hits a second one, and now shoots for what looks to be a takedown, and she lands it again. Shevchenko 2 for 2 on takedowns. Looks like, yeah, Shevchenko's got the top position here. We'll see what Lauren Murphy can do with just under 2 minutes left. The first round may end in this position. One thing's for sure, Shevchenko, I just talked about GSP. Shevchenko's very much like GSP in this sense. She's always working to gain position on the ground. She might very well try to finish this fight. I had to send a text. And it's the same. Shevchenko's not want to just lay on the opponent. Not like we saw a little bit in the first round with the heavyweights. But
seems like Joe Murphy trying to lean in positives that Lauren is not taking major damage here.
Lauren hasn't taken a ton of damage. She did have the little bit of swelling on the left eye, nothing major, not bleeding. Maybe it was bleeding. But Cormier making a good point that Murphy right now is flat on her back. She hasn't been able to get a shoulder up, and Shevchenko's just digging a shoulder into the side of the face of Lauren Murphy. Wearing her down. Imagine how much that's taken out of Murphy. She's basically picked her apart in this fight. Total dominance. I would give this round probably 10-9, 10-8, maybe even 10-8. We got back 10-8 rounds. The first round was definitely 10-8. Murphy cannot go anywhere off of her back. So after there's less than 10 seconds left in the first round.
Want some wings?
Oh, I'm straight right now, man. I appreciate it.
How's my girl Murphy doing?
Valentina Shevchenko is absolutely dominating the first 2 rounds of this fight.
Jeez,
So she could look worse, but Shevchenko almost doesn't miss on punches. Lauren Murphy hadn't been taken down in the previous 5 fights, which were all wins. Shevchenko took her down at the end of both rounds. I would borderline say that Shevchenko hasn't been punched in the face yet. It's robotic-like the way that Shevchenko's throwing 1-2 punches with a jab and a straight and then shooting in for takedowns. Upside is she's not getting just obliterated in the face, but Shevchenko's doing that. It's a right and a left. She's had a spinning back kick. Look, I mean, just evades it and then makes the takedown. Shevchenko.
These wings are brought to us by Balcony Bar on Magazine.
Wings brought to us by Balcony Bar Magazine. This one's going
Protein
on.
pack.
I went to buy the kids Lunchables the other day for school, and they were out of Lunchables, and that's all they had.
Hey, it's good stuff. A little nuts, a little ham.
Yeah, I
a
couldn't buy
little
that.
cheese.
Yeah, I'd eat it. But I can't buy that for the kids.
Doesn't really fill you up, but
Right. Good snack.
I guess it's better than eating pudding
100%.
or sour punch.
You know what I got him for a snack at school? I got my son some like little to-go black olives because he loves black olives. Huge hit. Super excited.
I've never heard of a kid who loves black
Dude,
olives.
he'll eat them.
That's
He'll eat a whole can.
That's like loving spinach.
Dude, my daughter, 4-year-old daughter, likes spinach artichoke dip.
I hated
Swear.
spinach, but now I love it.
Yeah, I can eat it now. As a kid, I think I just refused to eat it.
Yo, shout out collard greens. Also, shout out
Collard greens.
Shout
Underrated.
out,
Underrated.
Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts, what a comeback.
I don't know that I've eaten
Everybody
Brussels
hated
sprouts.
Brussels sprouts for like 10 years. Then they start putting some butter and some,
Yeah.
some whatever.
You know, for like
Barbecue. You put a little barbecue grease on some Brussels sprouts. Incredible.
first 25 years of my life, I lied to everybody and told everybody I didn't like to eat sushi, and then
Shevchenko.
found out that I actually love sushi.
Sushi's tight.
What's that?
Sushi's tight.
Dude, oh, it's amazing. Now I eat it all. I think we might be getting sushi tomorrow after the Saints game. Shevchenko's dictated the whole fight. So, like, Murphy has a half-inch reach on Shevchenko. But Shevchenko has dictated the distance of the fight with the two-punch combinations. I don't think she's thrown more than 2 or 3 strikes at a time, but she's throwing a jab followed by a straight, and Murphy cannot do anything about it.
Shevchenko looks like she could beat up
She's a 19-time
just about any other woman on
World
the block, whereas Murphy kind of looks like she's aging a little bit. Is
She
it okay
is.
for me to say that?
Yeah, she's 5 years the elder of Shevchenko. She looks solid though, and she's eaten all of these. She's taking all the punches. Shevchenko caught her body kick earlier, and then while holding Murphy's leg, while Murphy was holding her leg, Murphy was holding Shevchenko's. Shevchenko connected on 2 punches to the face, and Murphy had to drop the leg. And Shevchenko does a great job of getting in with that left. Her left is so fast, and then immediately getting out. Props to Murphy though for
I got to roll after this fight, Big Mike.
okay. And we're doing the Saints.
But I hope
tomorrow.
we're doing Saints tomorrow.
Oh, for 100%.
I hope you get a hell of like 1,000 followers for the main event. Volkanovsky.
Yeah, they come and go. Sometimes it's different. Like we did one. They usually pick up towards the end. Even if they don't, it's still out there.
Still fun.
Still good content. Like McGregor, McGregor, it went from like, I don't know. We had a couple hundred, but then it went up to like 800 at one point. And then like total views on Facebook was like 25,000. Which is for me a lot.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm gonna let you know that right now.
That's huge.
You know what I mean? Like I was peeing my pants. Straight up. I was like, and I didn't realize it because you don't get to see the total views until after. Like it's not live. Dude, Shevchenko's maybe faster now in the third round than she was in the first. There's just over a minute left in the third. And it's almost to the point where the only way Murphy's going to get a win is by knockout or she's going to have to finish Shevchenko. Leg kicks are ramping up for Shevchenko to the body and the lead leg. Well, you can see the thigh. You can see the redness in the thigh of Murphy, which is going to affecting that lead leg is taking the power out of Murphy's throws. If Murphy even has a chance at hitting Shevchenko. Final 30 seconds of the third round.
How many rounds?
5. Murphy goes for the Superman punch again late in the third, and Shevchenko going for another takedown. Has the back of Murphy to the cage, both leaning towards the cage. See what Shevchenko does here. If she attempts to take down, it just takes it to the end of the round. Another 10-9 round. Easily a 10-9 round for Valentina. Woo, gets a solid right in. Murphy walking in the wrong corner, turns and goes back. A little slow motion to a right hook to the cheek of Murphy. And you know it hurt. There's the jab, backs her up.
Oh.
Woo! That was so close to either breaking her nose or knocking her out.
Yeah.
There's the kick to the... See, her repertoire, her attacks, she has them all. She's done spinning back kicks.
Just look at my first UFC bet. It's going to be a loss. Tough loss.
Yeah, but you know, it was worth the risk. What was it, like 10 for 70, you said?
Yeah.
Worth the risk. And the fight's not over. It is the UFC. It is 6-ounce gloves or 4-ounce gloves, whatever the heck they are. I'm supposed to be the UFC guy. I don't even know what the ounces of the gloves are. But that's neither here nor there. It could end at any moment. But Valentina is showing you why she's the number 2 ranked, pound for pound ranked women's fighter, only to Amanda Nunes, who are 2 of Shevchenko's 3 losses.
This fight's brought to you by Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0.
Do we have the Is the
What you wondering?
is the liquid the liquid death isn't even on the thing? I guess it's brought to you by Liquid Death. Murder your thirst.
Hornitos Tequila.
Hornitos Tequila, the tequila of Boot Crew Media. Go get it.
I don't know if Vizzy's a sponsor, but
They used to be. I don't know if they still are.
we drank it from Vizzy's.
I got a t-shirt. I got a Vizzy t-shirt. I wore the Vizzy t-shirt to AA one night. I was like, sorry guys, wrong shirt. Didn't think this one through before I left the house. Shevchenko loses her balance, maybe? I don't think it was.
Oh, when I was at Balcony Bar, I got a subscriber.
Did you? Nice.
Another guy who had a podcast. He was like, I'll subscribe.
Do it. Murphy tried to connect on a Superman punch. I don't know if she really connected so much as Valentina lost her balance. Man, she's got such a great center. Like a wide stance. She can move anywhere. She gets in and out so darn fast. Like, who challenges Valentina after this fight? Dominant run in the last 3 years. Wow. Head kick, doesn't connect, but backs her up. Hits it with a straight kick to the body, backs her up again. Anytime Murphy's thinking about throwing something, it's too late. It's too late. She's throwing a Superman punch probably once every round.
3 minutes left in the third period.
Just over 3 minutes left in the fourth round. Fourth round. Shevchenko throws a right, a left, and then a kick to the lead leg again of Murphy. It's taking all the power out of Murphy's right. And this fight has stayed in the center of the octagon because Valentina has let it stay in the event. Valentina gets her back to the cage and backs up and makes Murphy. She has it to where Murphy has to walk forward back to the middle of the octagon to get to Valentina. By that time, it's too late. Valentina's already thrown 2. Front kicks out the yin-yang from Valentina. Oh! She hits it with a right and a leg kick, and she's teeing off to Murphy, who I don't know how Murphy is still on her feet. She's out on her feet.
Murphy's got to be done.
Murphy's face was to the canvas, and then a takedown. That boom,
That's
and
gotta be it. Call the fight. Call the fight. This
she's
is
got
it.
her in half
Call
mount,
the fight. There's blood all over.
dropping elbows, rights, left. I don't know
Call the
how
fight.
Murphy's
This is
not out.
dangerous. Just kidding. Keep going.
How is Murphy not out? Valentina has top
She's
position.
American.
The fight definitely could be over if Valentina could have let her
Americans don't stop fighting until
body
they
punches
call.
as Murphy tries to get
How
a
is she still
guillotine in. I don't know. When Murphy was going down, she was leaned over, face to the ground. She wasn't even looking at Valentina. And Valentina was head kicking her.
In the NFL, you take a hit like that, you're in that blue tent.
You're in the blue
concussion-
tent.
You're in the blue tent concussion protocol for the whole game.
And you're out for the next 2 weeks. And everybody's already on the waiver wire picking up your backup. Elbows. Valentina on top. Just over a minute left. More elbows. She's going to have to defend herself. She won't get it off in time. 4th round TKO with not a mark on her face. And the dominant run still very much alive for Valentina Shevchenko, who defends her flyweight championship. And there it is. There's the dancing. Shakadoo, shakadoo. Shoot, 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 shoot.
This girl's a ballerina.
Every time. That's her signature right there. That's her signature. Wow. So where do you go from here if you're Valentina? Just saying. Who's going to challenge Valentina Shevchenko? Where's the women's? I mean, wow. There isn't a fighter in the top 6 that Shevchenko hasn't beaten, except for maybe Calvillo, but she lost tonight. Then it goes to Joanne Calderwood. Maybe Vivian Araújo? 10-3, coming off a loss to Caitlin. Wow. Roxanne ain't fighting for the title, I can tell you that. Wow. Tala Santos, 18-1. All right, maybe it's her. What a dominant performance. From the Soviet Union. She's not losing that belt. We need her to fight. Dude, that is it. Yeah, Brian. An
Who's
absolute
next?
perfect fight. The main event.
Shevchenko absolutely.
Volkanovsky and Brian Ortega are next.
Wait, the last fight?
Yeah, they got one more fight. For the featherweight championship, Volkanovsky and Ortega.
Bro, I gotta let you add this to your show.
All right, yeah. It's late. It was a perfect fight, Brian. It was a perfect fight. Did she get hit? Yeah, maybe like one time, and I didn't see it. Second most title fight wins in the flyweight division? I don't know. Cool. The check right hook gets her, and then she just tees off on her. Doesn't miss. Oh, she landed on the next 8 punches. It should speak to the toughness of Murphy to have taken all of those before getting finished. But
who's the clear favorite
in the next fight?
Mm-hmm.
I think Volkanovsky's the favorite. Gotta be.
But it's not a clear favorite.
Ortega's only lost once. I think Ortega's extremely underrated. Volkanovsky deserves the. Oh, here we go. She says she's ready for whatever fight. Doesn't matter the class. She ain't. Can we see Shevchenko and Amanda Nunes fight, for crying out loud? That's the fight to make. It's Shevchenko and Nunes. Volkanovski, I think, should be the favorite.
She's drinking liquid death. That girl was doing, what do you call those? Pirouettes.
Pirouettes in the ring. She does that after every one. Flawless execution.
Now
Sixth
she's speaking another language.
title defense.
She's speaking another language right now, and Murphy's probably speaking another language too after that knockout.
Oh yeah, Murphy.
Or was that knockout or decision?
TKO.
TKO.
Technical knockout. They still had the 5th round. She just wore her out. She's still talking in the ring. There's not a fighter in the top 6 in the rankings in her class that she has not beaten already. So it's a hard fight to make. She's going to start running out of opponents to fight unless they freaking make the fight between her and Amanda Nunes. But Nunes still has to defend her title against whoever she did before she had COVID. They still have to have that fight.
I got to call my whip.
Your what? Oh, all right.
Uber. Whip.
Jorge Masvidal in the crowd.
This is what everybody came here to see.
Game bread. That guy that just showed in the thing, he used to fight in Kimbo Slice's backyard. And Kimbo, yeah, that's how he got started. Potty break.
Heard that. You want a wing? You sure? I'm not going to eat this. All right, the main event props to watch. Volkanovsky minus 145 on the over of 4.5 rounds. So if you think it's going to go all the way, take that. If you want to bet Volkanovsky to win by decision, that's plus 125. To win by submission, it's plus 1,600.
Well, a stiff coaching against the juggernaut, the Ultimate Fighters only intensified the rivalry between champion Alexander Volkanovsky and challenger Brian Ortega. Tonight, a score gets
Ortega's the challenger. Volkanovsky's the champion. Mike Bergeron's bringing you the play-by-play, folks. I got to roll.
Now, Volkanovsky, in many people's opinion, if we're just calling it for what it is, Volkanovsky won his last fight against Max Holloway by split decision in what many people think was a highway robbery. Including myself. I thought Max Holloway won that fight. But he can stamp it, with another title defense here, and maybe Holloway gets the next title shot. I believe he will. He's the number 1 ranked featherweight. Holloway will probably fight the winner of this. I think Ortega's really underrated in this. I don't know what the odds are.
You want to get the odds?
Yeah, give me the odds on this fight real quick before they give them to me. You said them to me. You told them. We talked about it in the beginning, but I do not remember.
All right.
I know Volkanovsky is the favorite.
We need odds.
Ooh, spinning back elbow. Ortega.
All right, odds.
So Ortega's 15-1, 3 wins by knockout, 7 by submission, 5 by decision. Alexander the Great Volkanovsky, 22-1, 11 wins by knockout.
Volkanovsky's
3 by
minus
submission.
190. Ortega's plus 160.
Wow, so that's much closer than I think every other fight on the card tonight. So he's not a big underdog. So according to Vegas, he's not extremely underrated.
Volkanovsky looking to extend his winning streak to 20. To 20 as he takes on top contender Brian Ortega. Main event.
They were the coaches on The Ultimate Fighter. Big time fighter. See what music Ortega's coming out to. Sounds kind of weird. But to each his own. Still don't have a clue what this is.
So you got out of the 4 expert MMA guys for CBS Sports, 3 of them took Ortega, 1 took Volkanovsky.
3 of them took
All
Ortega?
of them took Shevchenko, which was correct.
Yeah.
2 of them took Lawler, 2 of them took Diaz.
Okay.
Lawler won that. 3 of them
check
took
that out.
3 of them took Blades, 1 took
Coming out with the what you call it?
I don't know what you call that.
No, that's from the movie.
Oh, I forgot what that movie's called.
Jesus. I can't remember either.
Andrade, all of them picked Andrade.
What about Blades and The Purge, man? Oh, I can't believe it took me that long. Coming out in the Purge masks. Ortega's feeling it. Some kind of mix with, it's not dubstep, it's some electronica. All right. No, man, you're good. You're good. I appreciate you doing it. I appreciate you doing it, man. And I'll see you for a huge win over the Patriots tomorrow with Lattimore and CJ back. That's it. Okay. Yeah, I'll lock up.
You lock up?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, y'all, get pumped. Mike Bergeron on the call. Volkanovsky versus Ortega. Bring in the freaking dealer.
The Purge, yeah, he's right. Yeah, there he is. I remembered it. Took me a freaking minute. We're coming out in Purge masks, Purge music. All right, man. I'll see you tomorrow. I feel like this is Ortega's moment in this. Just feels like his time. No disrespect to Volkanovsky. You know, I think a lot of people would like to see a rematch between Volkanovsky and Max Holloway and see Holloway get that belt back. But let's see. Give me those stats on Ortega. Here we go. They back it up. This is going to be it. All right, man. Ortega's finishes 6 out of last 7 wins, 3 knockdowns, 3 submissions. He's tied for the most finishes in UFC featherweight history with 6, and he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Number 2 ranked in the class, only behind Max Holloway, who is more than likely going to get the winner of this fight. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Ortega done with the checks, plays to the crowd, was ready to get in the ring. And Volkanovsky set to come out next.
So bet on Ortega?
I'm picking him. I think Ortega might take this. How much of a statement would it be, people, if Ortega won by knockout over Volkanovsky? He's only got 3 wins by knockout in his career. And if you put a stamp on it here, as Volkanovski's getting some boos. Is Ortega from Las Vegas or something? Ortega is not, but he's from Los Angeles. All right, man. Have a good one. So he's definitely going to be the I guess you could call it the hometown favorite. Las Vegas, Los Angeles. The Purge is right. I knew you would get me on that, Brian. I knew you'd be quick to say the Purge. Y'all are like the Purge people. There you go. Yeah. Volkanovsky looks very relaxed. The Australian native. Big smile on his face. Coming out wearing that flag over his shoulders. Volkanovsky, is he the villain in this? Or is it just because he's from Australia and Ortega's from Los Angeles? You know? Or is he the bad guy in this? I didn't. You know what? That was a season of Ultimate Fighter, and I haven't watched in many seasons, to be honest. But that was a season of Ultimate Fighter where I really wanted to watch and just never got around to it. You know? So I'll be right back. Let me go run and do something real quick. Oh, God. He's back. I'm back. And we're in the main event. And to run and check on something real quick. UFC featherweight champion, 19-fight win streak for Volkanovsky, and the highest striking accuracy among active UFC featherweights with 55%. What was Shevchenko's accuracy? I think hers was like 60-something%. That ought to tell you how amazing Shevchenko really is. That ought to tell you just how accurate Shevchenko truly is. Volkanovsky now entering the octagon, set to defend his featherweight championship, which would be, I believe, his 3rd title defense. Is that right? Or is it just his 2nd? I looked this up earlier. So he wins the belt. This would be his 2nd featherweight championship defense of his career. Volkanovsky, 2 years the elder Ortega. He's got a 2-inch height disadvantage. And he's got a 2.5-inch reach advantage, which could be telling, although most of Ortega's wins have come from submission. And Bruce Buffer set to introduce these fighters in UFC 266's main event for the featherweight championship. Let's be honest, folks. Let's be just truly honest. This is a massive fight. A lot of people bought this for the Nick Diaz fight, Robbie Waller, which impressive showing by Robbie Lawler looking like Robbie Lawler. Nick Diaz looked like, I'll tell you this, I'm glad Nick Diaz got it. He looked a little slow, but damn, is he tough. And it's all measured too. I mean, he was much faster in that third round, but props to Lawler for landing those shots to the nose of Nick Diaz. The favorites have won in every fight tonight. Will we see the first upset? If you gotta pick out of Ortega and Volkanovsky, drop them in the comments. Hit the comment, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. Boot Crew Media. Give me a follow at the Mike Bergeron. The Mike Bergeron, if you would like to pronounce it correctly. Introductions always long from Bruce Buffer, but man, are they good. He can introduce a fight from me. And Ortega coming out. I heard a couple of boos, but a predominantly Ortega crowd, it seems like. I heard a lot of boos coming into the direction of Volkanovsky tonight's fight, as it probably should. Australian versus the Los Angeles native Ortega. I think you're going to hear massive boos here for Alexander the Great Volkanovsky. Some people feel like he shouldn't even have the belt after his split decision win over Max Holloway. He definitely does not want to seem to care about that, though. So I'd like to see that video. I can't pick, but I hope it's a good fight to the finish. Yeah, let's get that up there, and I'll read it from the comment. I can't pick, but I hope it's a good fight to finish the night. You ain't lying. It's been a pretty good card. I like what I've seen so far out of this, except for that heavyweight fight, Blades, and I agree with you, Brian. Outside of let's go. He's ready to play Fallout, dudes. You know what? I know that you're not joking. I know that you're totally serious right now. So Bruce Buffer done with the introduction. This title fight is set to lift off. Volkanovsky, they should have fought before, delayed by COVID. They're ready to get it off now. We'll see. I think you'll see Volkanovsky looks to me moving. I think if you're Ortega, you definitely want to see what Volkanovsky's going to do first. But this could totally end in a knockout, these two, especially with Volkanovsky's power. I think Volkanovsky does not want to. He said, "I'm not." I think Volkanovsky does not want to make the same mistake he made with Max Holloway, because a split decision can, definitely go one way or the other. Ortega looks very calm here, which you gotta be. He's just moving. He's kind of fluid in his movements. For Volkanovsky having a 2.5-inch reach, Ortega's got some long legs. Volkanovsky looks lightning fast, though. Goodness gracious. Ooh. Ortega pushes after a straight. Oh, the straight lands from Volkanovsky, backing up as Ortega pushes. Fight in the center of the octagon, just over 3 minutes in the fight still left. And a hard right landed by Volkanovsky. He closes that distance so fast, and he has the reach. So leg kick landed onto the lead leg of Volkanovsky from Ortega. Another right lands from Volkanovsky. Second one that Ortega's eaten like that early in the fight, and he lands a straight to the back of the head of Ortega as well. The high accuracy in strikes is showing right now from Volkanovsky, who thus far definitely looks like the superior striker of the two. You know, a lot of feints from Volkanovsky. They're talking about the left eye of Ortega seems to be bleeding. I have horrible eyes even with my glasses on, so I'm not really able to tell. Definitely looks like it's bleeding. I think we're getting some Ortega chants here from the crowd tonight. And they get up in the clinch, or Volkanovsky's throwing a lot of these right hooks. Volkanovsky came out of the clinch with the right hook. Ortega wisely backed away. Just over a minute and a half left in the first round. So he's got cutting on both sides now. Definitely don't want to waste this opportunity if you're Ortega. How many title shots do UFC fighters on average get in their careers, right? So hard to get back when you get this far, right? Seize the opportunity. A guy like Ortega. They get into the clinch. Volkanovsky immediately backs out of it. They both land with straights. Looks like they're trading some combos here now. Backing Ortega up to the fence. Head kick by Ortega. Looks like Volkanovsky's bleeding out of the left side of the face. Blood has been shed. Whoa, and a straight lands to Volkanovsky. Kind of knocks him, leans him back. Wasn't expecting it. Not sure how much. I don't think it rocked him, but it stood him up. When it looked like Volkanovsky was about to shoot in for a combo. And this time Ortega steps up. Volkanovsky with the straight, or with the jab, sorry. And that overhand right that Volkanovsky keeps throwing. He's definitely looking for that to land, and he's looking forward to winning the fight. Woo! And they stare each other down, give each other a head nod at the end of the first round. A good first round. Lots of activity there. Definitely what you want to see out of your main event. Not two guys just standing there. They're both throwing. I don't think there was a takedown attempt in the first round, if I remember correctly. Both cornermen have their work cut out for them. Both cornermen have their work cut out. Huh? Wow, Georgia State blew that game. UCLA wins. Number 21, North Carolina loses to Georgia Tech 22-45. Wow. Ohio State wins big. Oklahoma barely beats West Virginia. They might fall. Who's number 5? Clemson loses to NC State in double overtime. Jeez and Pete's, bro. Iowa, they lost too, huh? So we get the second round underway of this featherweight championship fight. I'd probably say Volkanovsky won round 1, 10-9. I don't see this thing going the distance. Both guys are fighting smart. I mean, they're not overthrowing. I don't think they're going to tire her out by the third round or anything like that. They're throwing smart. Lots of counter punches, lots of 1-2s. The kicks from Ortega seem to be picking up a little bit more. Woo, left hook from nice hook from Volkanovsky. Yeah, it's very fast. The speed of Volkanovsky is showing a lot. And a hard leg kick to the thigh, to the lead leg of Volkanovsky. Volkanovsky, you could see he definitely didn't like that. He got caught. Woo, and they trade some punches. Both land. They kind of backed Ortega up a little bit. Looked like Volkanovsky might have got the better of that exchange. Ortega's definitely been switching up his stance a lot. Little 1-2 from Ortega, left, right, lands. More blood on Ortega. Can't really tell where it's coming from my view. Oh boy, I'm getting tired. Head kick to Volkanovsky. I mean, you could hear it. It caught him. He didn't quite nail it through. I mean, it wasn't solid, but you could hear it. Smack! Ortega misses on and a 1-2 from Volkanovsky. I can't even get the darn overhand right. Also connects. Ortega gets in the clinch, pushes off, creates separation. Man, Ortega looks so much taller than Volkanovsky. Ortega looked incredible. He looked really good in his fight so far. Volkanovsky looks for a leg kick, or Ortega negates it with a straight right. Now an unorthodox stance. Ortega takes a 1-2 from Volkanovsky. Volkanovsky's definitely, oh man, I don't know. As I'm saying it, Ortega lands a 1-2. I was going to say he's getting the better of the exchanges. You can see it on Ortega's face a little bit more as he, some guys bleed more than others, though. I wouldn't look too much into that. He's opened back up the cut on the left cheek of Volkanovsky. There's less than a minute left in the second round of this 5-round bout. And it looks like maybe some bleeding on the back of the ear, the right ear of Volkanovsky. Looks like a good bit of blood, unless it came off of Ortega, but it looks like a lot. What a battle it's been so far for both. It's for sure been a chess match of striking. No doubt. High kick doesn't land for Ortega. Both guys look good. Both guys look real good. Late in 10 seconds left in the second round. Whoa, they're talking trash at the end of the second round. It's just heating up. This is what you want to see. This is what you want to see. It's already been a darn good fight thus far. 2 rounds in. Ortega's bleeding, but I think it's something they can manage at least for another round or two. Wow. I mean, look, I think I figured there was a certain level of, you know, playing up the trash talking while they're on the Ultimate Fighter. But when you see it in the middle of a fight like that, yeah, I didn't think the blood was that bad. I know they were talking trash, but I thought it was like gamesmanship, right? I figured it was just two guys selling a pay-per-view. You know, a lot of times when the two guys are teeing off like this, especially in a fight of this magnitude, I like the trash talk, though. I definitely like the trash talk between these. And here they go. A little smirk on the face of Volkanovsky. Two great rounds, though. Hey, they actually do slap hands, as they say. You know, two fighters hate each other whenever they talk trash in the middle of a round, not even in between. So Ortega connects on the right. Ortega's connected on some counter punches. Where it knocks Volkanovsky off balance, but nothing to really rock him. And I think the first two rounds are probably 10-9 Volkanovsky at this point. So you're looking at 20-18 Volkanovsky. Oh, and a strong left hook to Ortega. He looks a little rocked, to be honest with you, but he gets out of the way of the next one. And I think this is the part where you're going to see Volkanovsky attack. I'm telling you, that he probably got him on the bottom of the jaw on that hook. It was right when he was coming in. Ortega's looking a little sloppy, a little slower right now, but it's a little combination on the body of Volkanovsky. That was a hard shot that Ortega took, but Ortega's firing right back. If Volkanovski's not careful, Ortega could connect on one of those. Volkanovsky catches the front kick or Ortega catches the front kick of Volkanovsky. And another hard hook. Overhand left to Ortega. That one hit him, connected in the back of the head. Woo! A 1-2 from Volkanovsky. He's just showing his elite level of his elite striking. This is what champions are made of, just picking the guys apart. Oh, and a counter from Volkanovsky lands on almost the back of the head. Oh! And a counter punch from Brian Ortega, who immediately goes into a guillotine. He's got Volkanovsky out of nowhere. Volkanovsky has no way of getting out of this, and he's underneath the chin of Volkanovsky. Oh, Volkanovsky can't hold it any longer. Wow. If you're Ortega, you cannot let this fight get back to the feet. Catches Volkanovsky out of nowhere with a straight left. Oh, and now Volkanovsky out and on top. Almost has him in full mount. Nope. Oh my gosh, he's got top position. And this is exactly what Ortega couldn't afford to do. Ortega had his one shot to finish this fight, and Volkanovsky starting to tee off on Ortega. Brian Ortega on his back. Ortega jumped on that so fast. We almost had a huge upset out of left field. Alexander is just teeing off on him. Elbows, hammer fists. Ortega! That's tight. He's got him in a extremely tight. Oh my gosh, Volkanovsky got out of it again. Ortega might be out of gas, y'all. Ortega might be out of gas. He just got 2 crazy submissions out of left field. And now Alexander Volkanovsky teeing off on Ortega. What a finish. He's got to defend himself, or that's going to be it. He's got 8 seconds to survive. 5 seconds. He's going to survive. Ortega he's spent. He's spent. Did the bell ring? That was so close. Herb Dean's watching him. I think he was saved by the bell right there. And amazing. That right eye is swelling fast. He was saved by the bell, but it's probably going to be up to Herb Dean's watching him. Herb Dean's watching him. Dude, he had a triangle choke on him. He had a guillotine choke on him. Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. I think they're going to let him fight. What a warrior. What an absolute boss. For Brian Ortega to get up. Man. That thing almost ended twice. What an amazing round 3 for Brian Ortega. Doctors checking on him, giving him the eye test, checking him for his vision. I think they're going to call it. They're going to let him fight. They're going to let him fight. They're going to let him fight. He asked him 3 times how many fingers he got to write every time. Dude, the heart of Brian Ortega. Dude, he's hurt bad right now, folks. He's just got to go for like a Superman punch right off the bat or something crazy. Something out of left field, a high kick to the face. Get him with a head kick. Wow. Nearly with 2 submissions. And the crowd obviously chanting Ortega now. In absolute, it's been a slugfest. And then, nearly 2 finishes by submission from Ortega out of nowhere in round 3. And now we're entering the championship rounds of the fight, where Ortega could have easily thrown in the towel or just said he couldn't continue, and it didn't happen. Volkanovsky being very smart. Not doing too much, but man, Volkanovsky still looking fast, still looking strong. Throwing hard shots to Ortega. Ortega landing with a right, landing with a left. I don't even know if Ortega has the energy to even finish off a submission attempt. And Volkanovsky landing on the exchange is better because he's fast and can see. Ortega going for the takedown. I don't know if he has the strength or the energy to complete it. He does! He gets on the top of. He's going for the guillotine again. If he cannot get it, he's got the guillotine again. And he's turning it. Volkanovsky gives a thumbs up. Ortega's got his feet up on the cage, but as long as his toes are not in the cage, he should be good to go. Volkanovsky rolls out of it. Very patient. Props to Volkanovsky for getting out of those. He's gotten in amazing submission attempts. But come on, nowhere. And exactly where Ortega doesn't want to be. It's a huge risk at this point in the fight, but you got to do it. You're not going to win by decision. Ortega moving the head out the way of the elbows. Ortega not going to. Volkanovsky can't let him up. He can't let him up. That's the only way Volkanovsky can lose this fight, is to let this thing get back on the feet and potentially he needs to watch for another submission attempt. He would 100% get him in another triangle choke. He almost had it again. The guy has no energy, no eye. He's been beaten to a bloody pulp, and somehow he's still sneaking in these triangle chokes, these guillotines. I don't know where they're coming from. Volkanovsky has landed 43 to Ortega's 4 ground strikes in this fight. We have just under 2 minutes left in the second round. Fourth round. Goodness gracious. Dude, we may have to have a Volkanovsky or Ortega too. No, Holloway gets the next fight, but Ortega's not going anywhere. What a classic. He's faking with the right, hitting him with the left. The left hand's getting through almost every time. Or Volkanovsky just teeing off on him. They're gonna call this fight if he can't get it fast enough. Ortega did hit a hammer fist as Volkanovsky was on the feet. Volkanovsky going to tee off again, standing over him. Standing over Ortega on the back. 50 seconds left in the fourth round. Herb Dean right there watching him. These are massive shots landed by Volkanovsky with Ortega on the back. Ortega just, how does he have any life in him? Volkanovsky going to let him stand up. He's letting him stand up. Volkanovsky gets him up with 20 seconds left in the fourth round. Can you imagine if Ortega would have knocked him out right here? Golly. After letting him up. 10 seconds left in the round. Volkanovsky looking to land a big right hook, maybe to drop him for good. A body shot landed by Volkanovsky. We're going to the fifth round of this fight, people. Man, he's made it this far. You know the doctor's going to be looking at him. He's having so much trouble breathing. He blew that water right in his own face. My goodness. Volkanovsky looking like he did in the first. He looks a little tired, but nothing like Ortega. I'll tell you that. Ortega looks much better coming into the fifth than he did coming into the fourth. The doctors will check him again, asking him questions. They're okay in it. He's coming out for the fifth round. I mean, it has been on the scorecard domination by Volkanovsky, but my goodness. What an incredibly fun fight to watch. This gets fight of the night, folks. They're gonna get it in the Diaz and the thing's gonna get it. Diaz and Lala are gonna get the fight of the night. Volkanovsky just only has, he's gonna have to connect with a big punch, maybe rolling into a submission, like he did with the first one in the third round. First guillotine. Good crowd chanting Ortega again. Ooh, a big left landed by Volkanovsky. Ooh, a head kick thrown by Ortega. Something we haven't really seen up until this point. Gonna have to pull out some strikes he hasn't thrown yet, maybe to catch Ortega off and just knock him in the jaw. A straight left, a jab from Volkanovsky. Keeps switching his stances up. I don't know what to call a jab and what to call straight. Ortega looks to go for the takedown, but stops and pulls back. I think he knows he's still got just under 4 minutes left. There's no need to rush. If he misses on another attempt here, it's going to be the end of the fight. He also can't take another elbow like that standing up. That was really good elbow landed by Volkanovsky. Ortega gets out of the way of one of the hooks. It was an inadvertent headbutt. And they're going to fight. They're not going to waste any time. They talk it out. Volkanovsky apologizes. That's pretty good. Sportsmanship. Ooh, Ortega feints with the left and then comes back with the left. Whoa, he throws some wild punches. Ortega landed. He's landed a few punches here in the last 10, 15 seconds. He's only throwing 1 or 2 of them at a time. He doesn't have the energy to throw too many more. But what a beating he's taking. What an impressive showing from Ortega tonight. He looks like a man who's only lost to Max Holloway. Whoa! A spinning back fist attempt almost goes sideways for Volkanovsky. I just think Ortega's a little too tired to get there in time. Ooh, and the right from Volkanovsky comes so much faster than the left from, well, than the right from Ortega. Yeah, what an impressive showing. We're approaching the 2-minute mark of the 5th round here. Woo! And a hard right landed by Ortega. Volkanovsky finally seems to be showing signs of getting tired, but he's now bleeding, it seems, off the bridge of the nose, maybe. Yeah, Ortega has looked amazing in the 5th round considering where he was at in the 3rd. So much blood on the face of Ortega. Dude, what a fight is right, bro. What a fight is right. Oh, my gosh. The toughness of Ortega is on full display tonight. Volkanovsky definitely does look tired. If Ortega can reach in the tank, this would be the moment. Ortega gets out of it. You know he knows there's just under a minute left of this fight in which Volkanovsky looks like he's going to win decisively by decision. Yeah, he's executed his game plan flawlessly in this fight. Brian Ortega on a little attack there towards the end. 33 seconds. Woo! Almost kicked his legs out from under him. Volkanovsky looks up at the clock. He knows what he's got left. See what he does with that 30 seconds, huh? He's going to play it smart. You see he's on a little back. Oh. Well, these balls, I think they've earned each other's respect. I don't think you're going to see too much trash talk from these guys like he did at the end of the 2nd round. 10 seconds left. Ortega teeing off. Ortega hitting him. Oh, then the bell rings. What a battle. What a classic. Dude, Ortega is right there. Oh, man, what the heck? Ortega is tough as nails. Wow. Wow. What a fight, bro. Oh, my gosh. We'll take this to decision. It'd definitely be a unanimous decision for Volkanovsky, but what a fight. What a freaking fight. Dude, that left hand drops him in the 3rd round. Man, I thought
The champion has to roll his back to defend this. Ultimately ends up getting out of this somehow, getting on top and just unleashing some ground and pound from the head.
Tell you what, man. Yeah, when those submissions didn't work out, Volkanovsky made Ortega pay in that moment and beat the living heck out of that guy on the ground like that. There was nothing Ortega could have done. But what heart, what toughness, man.
Good jabs landing from Volkanovsky. What a fight. One of the greatest featherweight fights ever.
That was an amazing fight.
All right, some fight stats.
Total strikes 194 for Volkanovsky, 115 for Ortega. I felt like it was way more than that. Felt like it was like 1,000 apiece. That's going to wrap it up, guys. I got a long ride home. I will see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Watch us tomorrow for the Saints game. If you can't catch it on TV, we'll be streaming this thing live. Thanks for subscribe to Boot Crew Media.